So there's a man and he takes a trip for his 40th birthday alone because his girlfriend couldn't afford her half.
Oh,
what?
That's blowing me.
She couldn't afford her half of the trip for his birthday. That's boss. That's a boss move. He probably wanted to go to London or something. She can't get there. It's my birthday. This is what I want to do. I mean, this only get 140.
This is some real bum ass shit that's going on.
How? So you disagree?
Yes, I disagree. What do you mean her half for the trip?
It's my birthday.
That's nasty.
I have to pay for you to go on vacation for my birthday?
First of all, you don't have to. It's not a thing about having to, but understanding that if you want to go somewhere that your partner is not able to finance for you, why the fuck would you be like, nah, bitch?
Why would you want to have fun?
It's a milestone birthday and you don't want to do it with me?
It's my birthday. You know my 40th is coming up. Why am I even paying for my ticket?
Right.
If niggas wasn't splitting bills, then maybe she would have the funds to be able to fund his whole trip because she's not paying everyday bills.
I totally understand. So in this era where women are earning more, this man is somehow supposed to have twice as much as her, right?
No.
So that she can pay one trip.
No. What I'm saying is then she would be able to adequately have saved her money to fund the whole trip.
No, she needs to get another fucking job.
Oh, she needs to get another job. Oh, so you want your girl to have multiple jobs.
Or she needs to prioritize him for a goddamn moment.
What drew you to the book?
Bike.
Reading of something about it.
So what did you read?
I do want to go get it. Hold on.
It's only 2 books that I remember finishing in my life.
In your whole life? What books are those?
The Richest Man in Babylon.
Okay.
And The Alchemist.
So like when I started the book club and y'all knew that y'all was struggling readers, why didn't y'all join so that we could still do it together? Oh, I have this book. I read this book.
How was it?
It's really good. I like the anecdotes.
Black as fuck history. Black as fuck history.
I like the we were gonna read this for the book club too. I like the anecdotes in here.
What is the caption of the book?
The Unwhitewashed Story of America.
The Unwhitewashed Story of America.
How far are you? How do you even know?
I got it.
You don't even have like a bookmark. Where did you start it?
Just got the book.
When?
A month ago.
So you didn't start it?
I like books. I'd like to read them.
What are we saying right now?
This looks like a good book.
Yeah, it is a great. So when are you gonna start the book?
I have no idea.
Would you like to start it now? Let's start reading together, friends.
You're gonna start reading right now on the pod?
On the pod. Right.
Why not? Let's start.
No, that's not gonna. Come on.
I remember when I discovered America. It happened around 8 p.m. on November 4th, 1980. The night Ronald Reagan was elected president. I was on my knees, crying, sending desperate pleas to my Lord and Savior Jesus when I was interrupted by my grandmother summoning me. Do you know that when you read out loud, you're supposed to pause at all, like, punctuations?
Why?
Because that's how you read fluently. Like, if there's a sentence with no, like, comma or anything, you're supposed to, like, read that whole sentence in one breath.
Is that a thing? What? Oh, you're a teacher.
So, like, this next sentence, right, there's no comma. So you read it like, perhaps she had discovered my sister's candy stash. And you take that breath. And then you go on to the next sentence. But if there's, like, no comma or anything, you shouldn't
he doesn't
pause.
have the headphones on.
Say that again.
We can hear the echo.
A little bit.
Maybe it's this. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, that's good stuff. But I just don't see why I would ever
read
out loud. I don't see why.
I think that us all being neurotypical up here.
What is neurotypical?
Well, neurospicy is what we are. Neurotypical is
I think I'm neurodivergent.
Neurodivergent, yeah. I say neurospicy because neurodivergent makes me feel like I'm in like a
movie.
Fucking movie, yeah. Divergent, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird. Neurospicy. Reading out loud helps you retain the information more. For me, because of my ADHD, like I have to listen to the book and read the book at the same time and like shut down all my senses. So I'm like only focused on the thing in front of me.
Wait, so when you're by yourself, you read out loud too?
When I'm by myself, no. I read out loud a lot because of like work and kids or whatever, but I don't read out loud to retain information anymore. That's why I have the audio version. So I'll literally have my AirPods in and I have every audiobook I have the physical version. So I'm reading with my eye. All senses are shut down.
So you listen to it as you read it?
Yeah. And I actually read faster than people speak. So sometimes I might turn it off because I'm reading ahead and I'm reading faster than the
Why don't you
person that's
speed up
reading
to
it
the
out loud.
person?
I don't like the way that sounds.
Well, at least we know why it's
Echoing.
echoing.
Because niggas' mics is on.
But it's not only that, because he didn't do the protections that he's supposed to do every time. But I tell him about this all the time.
That's peace. It's all right. Yesterday, it's okay to make mistakes.
It isn't. Not when you do it time and time. How many mistakes can a teacher make
Please.
when you tell them the same thing
Please
over
leave me
and
alone.
over again, and every time you go to their class, they're making the same mistake
Child.
that you've talked to them about, you've counseled them about, and it's been month after month. How many
Unfortunately-
times do you?
Unfortunately, in this economy and the way that education is set up, they can do that a lot of times. If it was up to me, it wouldn't be more than like 3. But
Depends on what the mistake is, too.
it'd be the
Like,
same
you can't choke the
dumbass
kid.
mistakes.
This is what I'm telling him.
But like that choking a kid is like egregious. Like we're talking about small mistakes. Like you keep forget every day. You forget you're putting your attendance on time. Like that's an everyday thing. Like every day attendance is due at the same time, and you still don't put it in on time. That's just annoying more than anything else.
It is. It is annoying.
But it's
more
not like
than
a-
anything else.
You're not like a bad person. You're just
I
annoying.
never say he's a bad person.
I didn't say you said that. I said it's okay to make mistakes.
I'm comparing. Are you good, bro?
I'm good.
Is everything? Oh, yeah. I don't hear the echo no more. Do you hear it?
Nope. See? Oh, it's me. I'm echoing.
It is.
Yeah.
Y'all still hear it?
Yeah. It's just
Oh,
me
yeah,
though.
just so that.
Look at that.
It's
You want some more drink, bro?
Crazy, right? You know, respect is, the lack of respect around here.
Oh wait, I forgot the pillow. My back.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
trying.
Like, first of all, Dodge comes in. She wants a drink because I had a sandwich. I tried to give her some of my sandwich. She didn't want the sandwich. I offered to give her some of my sandwich, sharing. You know what I'm saying? Community type shit.
Right.
That's interesting.
Dodge, Traum. Matter of fact, shout out to Traum. How you doing, my bro?
I'm good, man. How you?
Long time no see.
Yeah, been a minute. Good to be back.
Good to be back. Says yo, yesterday you gonna make us drinks? You the bartender.
That shit was
I
crazy.
heard that.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was nuts.
like I work for them.
I see yesterday in the kitchen making 3 drinks. I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3. Somehow I was not included in the 3. He made himself a drink, Traum a drink, Dodge a drink. He used my liquor in my house.
This
Never
is
even
studio.
asked me, yo, would you like a drink? Yesterday, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, first I would like to say, first of all, it's real funny that you was quote being nice to Dodge as far as you offering a part of her sandwich, right? Because you didn't offer me part of the sandwich, so we're gonna start there. 1, 2. Hold up, hold up. I can't even. I don't even know if I can bring a sandwich in here myself and start pulling out all type of turkey, bacon, egg, and cheeses and stuff. So the fact that y'all was about to split some food and I can't even eat, crazy. That's 2 crazy things. And third, they asked me to make a drink. You went in the back because you didn't like our commentary on you and your 12-inch. You went in your room in the corner and punished it. You was nowhere to be seen. So I didn't figure, he want a drink after punishing the 12-inch.
Punishing? It's so crazy.
I didn't have that on the docket. So, and before we started, I asked. I said, hey, you want a drink? And you just laughed in my face. So, I don't know what you want me to do.
Yo, I don't even know how to respond to this shit. I cannot believe you compared a sandwich. Like, I don't even know what you was trying to do with that.
Punishing it.
But that's disgusting. I just want to let you know. That is disgusting. It's a fucking sandwich. Are you
Punishing at 12
suggesting
inches.
that I should be splitting my sandwich up into 4s to give some if everybody wanted some? Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm figuring if there's a cast of 4. If we the 4 tops, how only 2 of the tops gonna eat?
You saying punishing the 12
Thank you for
inch
saying
and
that
then
I was a top.
calling it a top. Like, I don't know.
Thank you for calling
What
me
your
a
mind is
top.
on today, but I need you to focus, young man.
I need you to focus, young man. Focus, young
Y'all
man.
don't know the group, the 4 tops?
No, we know, but that shit got critical.
I think we should name the episode that.
The 4 tops.
Punishing the 12 inch or the 4 tops.
Yeah, I'll type it in as a possibility.
The 4 tops.
Punishing the 12 inch.
Punishing the 12 inch. You did eat that shit fast as hell.
Yo,
This might be wrong.
it was
Oh, you
no
only ate half.
remnants
Oh, you
of
only
it.
ate 6.
Like this. I don't like this at all. Actually, that's not yours. Legs. That's mine. I actually make drinks using that, so I don't know what you're referring to. It's been a wild week in America. Y'all want to talk about this white person or that white person?
This.
This white person.
This.
So speaking about punishing the 6 inch,
I knew it.
I've heard some really wacky things. Nothing more wacky than hearing that Donald Trump used to blow Bill Clinton.
Bubba is his name.
Bubba. And I don't even know what that is now. I don't know what Bubba's referring to.
Blowing Bubba.
But then you seeing videos of him patting his balls or patting his genitals. I don't know what the fuck is going on in America today.
Gay shit.
Okay. If they were blowing each other or if one was blowing the other, whatever. But there has been a lot more than that going on, right? I came across this one creator on Instagram. I believe she started on TikTok. Honestly, I can't tell if this is an AI girl or not. I'm gonna reach out to her and ask her to come on the show because she's hilarious, or not even hilarious, but informative. But the way she delivers her messaging is fun. Would you like to hear it?
Sure. I'm always here
Let
to
me
listen to
turn
intellectuals.
it up. Here we go.
October, the Trump administration wanted it to be legal to not give people their SNAP benefits, right? So they sent the case to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said yes. Big shocker. The Supreme Court vote was 6-3. 6 saying yes, that it was legal to not allow 42 million Americans to eat, while 3 said no. Why would you do that? And as majority rules, unfortunately for the justices who said no, that's really all they could say. Except for Justice Ketanji Jackson, who actually had a little trick up her sleeve. You see, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson knew that fucking Supreme Court ruling was going to screw over Americans. She knew that shit. And so she sent the case to the lower courts so that they could make a decision. And she's the justice that revealed that the contingency funds were gone. All $5 billion.
Crazy.
Gone. $5 billion vanished due to the executive branch. And on the surface level, it would appear as though the Trump administration got away with it. Like they're getting away with it. But no. What you guys fail to understand is that Justice Ketanji Jackson actually created a paper trail. She created a paper trail, and that's the reason why so many of these Republicans, you understand, these big corporations who actually backed, you understand, a lot of these politicians put them into place so that they were able to serve their initiative, their agenda, were stating and coming out, saying that if they don't secure the midterm elections, that they're going to jail. That $5 billion contingency fund, they all took a piece of it. So Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, right, starts the paper trail, reveals to the public that the contingency fund, the $5 billion contingency fund has been cleared. All of a sudden, all of these Republicans and Republican supporters are talking about, listen, if we don't get a grip on this shit, we're going to jail. And then just as the government opens back up, all of a sudden, Republicans are preparing a mass rebellion against Donald Trump in a vote to release all classified files in relation to the Jeffrey Epstein files. And the person who's leading it is Speaker Mike Johnson. Oh, this is really giving that classic case of before the bus hits me, I'm going to push you under it. Because, yeah. So apparently, at least 100 or more Republicans are expected to support the release of the files after a selection of the emails, which was sent by the deceased pedophile, financer that frequently mentioned the U.S. president, were made public on Wednesday. In the email, Epstein talks about Donald Trump spending hours at his home. And now you have Mike Johnson, a known Republican representative, stating that he is going to hold a vote next week to compel the Justice Department to release the files.
This is going to be the most epic documentary once it's over. I can't wait. I can't wait to watch it.
You think this is going to happen?
Oh, absolutely.
You think they're releasing these files?
Absolutely.
If Mike Johnson said it, if Mike Johnson is backing it, it's happening.
It's happening.
It's only not happening because he's blocked it. So if he's now backing it,
all these nasty, dirty motherfuckers, they're just gonna summer jam screen. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to watch it. I really can't. It's nasty. This country is disgusting. I fucking hate it here.
I'm looking it up. Let me see. CNN. Johnson says House will vote next week on push to compel DOJ to release. Wow. All of the Justice Department.
All of them. They got all them shits.
And for months he's blocked. He's held the vote off. He's been like, nah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, we're not doing it.
So Mike Johnson don't fuck with Trump no more? Is that what I'm gathering?
No, they all don't want to go to jail, so they rather throw that nigga under the bus to save themselves because they're all culpable.
Another deflection?
All of of course it's another
$5 billion?
Yes. Yes. Because how does $5 billion disappear that are supposed to be for feeding the hungry people of your own country? But yet you just gave a couple billion to Venezuela. You still got Netanyahu running around here. Y'all handing him money. Here, let's go. Wrap this shit up. Can't wait to see it. I can't wait. How do you feel about it, Ty?
Steve Bannon predicted Thursday that President Trump will go to prison if a Democrat wins back the White House in 2028. And I believe I saw a speech. Is this the same guy that was on stage like, yo, we don't win the midterm.
We're going to jail.
We're all going to jail.
Yes.
Steve Bannon.
But Steve Bannon is one of the people that backed Trump from the beginning. He's one of the reasons why he's even a politician to begin with. So this shit is going to, the way this is going to unravel. But the thing is, the reason why Democrats haven't been pushing for it as much as Republicans, because Democrats are just as culpable. It's mad at them. We are going to lose a lot of incumbent seats coming midterms when all of this shit comes out, because none of them are going to be able to continue to work in government because they're nasty son of a bitches.
The Democrats?
Yes. Democrats, Republicans, all these boomer niggas. They're nasty as shit. You know how we talk about on this podcast consistently, the differences between what is acceptable, what was acceptable at certain times and what's not acceptable now. So when you think about that, you have all of these really, really, really old politicians that have done some really fucked up things in their lifetime that may have been okay back in the day, but does not work in 2025. So once that old shit starts coming out, it's over for them. Prison. The Me Too movement times 100,000, because you cannot run this country and make laws and rules when you're literally a criminal. And now they're trying to push this narrative that pedophilia is only a certain age bracket.
Shit.
That's where they're going now. You're 15, you're a child and it's gross. However, nothing. You're a child and it's gross. End quote. But they're trying to make it into, it's not like they're 7 and 8 year olds. They're 15, 16, barely legal.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
is that them trying to prepare for the Epstein files to come out?
Yeah, that's them trying to prepare for it and trying to in the minds of people that are easily susceptible to just believe in whatever, they're trying to make it seem like it's bad, but it's not that bad.
No, this country's
trying to lessen the blow.
Yeah.
Basically. It's just a couple, year or two ago, when the Matt Gaetz shit hit, right?
Yeah, that nasty son of a bitch. That's a nasty
dude, right?
Nasty.
Who is that?
Matt Gaetz. He's a congressman
from Florida, right?
One of them red states.
What did he do?
He a pedophile.
Yeah, he. They got him on video running around with a boy that he said he adopted, but then he said he didn't adopt him. Like a weird type of situation.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt Gaetz. Absolutely. He was running around with Trump and them. He lost his seat. That nigga's about to go to jail. I think he went to jail and Trump pardoned him recently, correct?
Wow.
Did he go to jail?
Or he was supposed to, but I do remember reading that Trump pardoned Matt Gaetz, which is nasty.
He's the guy that got Kevin McCarthy kicked out of his seat when Kevin McCarthy was in the House. Bombed his seat, basically blew the whole Republican Party to smithereens because he was Trump's guy, but he also had a lot of nasty shit that he was doing on the back end. And I don't think he went to jail, Dodge. I think he kind of just
he sought a preemptive and blanket presidential pardon from Donald Trump in the final days of his administration, but the request was denied and dismissed by White House officials.
Good.
Yeah.
Cause nigga, what?
Yeah.
Y'all think Trump was gonna get impeached?
He been impeached like 4 times. He needs to go to prison. That's the problem. Impeachment not working.
Can he get impeached if
he can't right now?
Republicans run the House?
No, which is why everything has to flip. And if everything flips in the midterms and Democrats run the House and the Senate, a lot of things that he wants to do is going to get blocked and they'll be able to push their agenda forward.
Or if the Republicans start to turn against him, like
yes, or if the Republicans start to turn against him.
Let me ask y'all a question, and just from me watching shit but really truly not understanding. I've seen them starting this shit with Venezuela, and they're also starting something with Nigeria. Do y'all think that that's one of those? Let's start a war real quick, or let's start a distraction real quick that will push all of this shit under the.
I don't know. I think that they have started and tried to do a lot of distracting tactics. But one thing that we know from Trump, from his last presidency, he's not a war president. He's a business president. So I don't see him starting a war. I see him just adding more lies and more everybody's fake news. Like that's his bread. That's how he distracts people from shit. He distracts people with loud, simple noises, words that don't really mean things, because a simple-minded person will be able to understand them.
I agree that Trump is a business-minded president, which is why he's probably in this whole shit with Venezuela in the first place. They have like the largest oil reserves in the world. I think more so than Saudi Arabia. They're either like number 1 or number 2 in the world.
I also read something that said that a lot of Germans fled to Venezuela after World War II, and that it was said that Hitler went to Venezuela also, and that there's like actual towns in Venezuela that look so much like Germany, like small towns, because that's where they ran to. And so it's very ironic that this is the country that America is choosing to aid in a time where you have Trump being...
Are they aiding them?
Akin to Venezuela.
Because I heard that this was about them blowing the boats out the water.
What, them fishing boats?
Yeah.
I think this is a money play.
Yeah.
It's a money play?
Yeah, it's a money play, I think, in time, as far as with Trump. Anytime I see anything military with him, like Dodge said, he's not really trying to do anything really major. So these little spats to me is just defense contracts, you know what I'm saying, just another way for him to get his people on them and, bread for the arms and all of the technology and weaponry and stuff. So I think that's just more money laundering, like stealing money type shit. That's why it's like Venezuela, all these countries where it's like, we're not really going to get into a real conflict with them. This is more of, we could funnel some money through these systems for sure. You know what I'm saying? So
all the presidents do it.
Any way we could funnel some money,
all right, let me bring it back. Pause, because y'all doing a lot. This guy is in the chat talking about, let's call him Bubba. He can only handle 6 inches. I don't know. There's so much going on with this show today, from punishing Bubba to, it's just a lot.
It's a lot.
The Epstein files. They get released. Y'all think something happens because of the Epstein files? Because I'm under the impression that Trump is kind of running in a way that is like, yo, I'm a dictator. I don't care what y'all do. Nothing's going to really hurt me. Y'all can't. And he's going to keep pushing that power around. And I don't believe that anybody's strong enough to really contest it.
I think that the constituents will contest it for the Republicans, if that makes sense. Because these are the same people that's like, they were like big in like Pizzagate. Like they were just like, oh no, pedophiles are the worst thing in the world. So when you find out that your president is a pedophile, what are you gonna do to get him the fuck up out of there? Where do your morals lie? Like, are you willing to stand on the hill of just being wrong and strong, or are you gonna stand up for your morals?
No.
And I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that.
He's president.
It doesn't matter.
Trump is the
He's still
president.
up. Like,
No, what
everybody
I'm
has
saying
that
is-
one thing that they have their boundary, and for a lot of
You
these
think
people,
they have a
said
boundary?
pedophilia is their boundary.
Well, hold on.
That's what a lot of people said. A lot of them people in the red states, they was like fucking with kids. That's it.
And that's what makes it nasty, because when Biden was in, they was pushing the Epstein shit because they were so hell bent on thinking that it was gonna be, those people to come out with it, that's who's gonna be caught on, caught red-handed with it.
Right.
So I'm like, Tyler, we talk about all of the podcast community, all of that ecosystem. They push. I'm talking about they monetized, they pushed and pushed and pushed. So it's like you kind of pushed this for a couple of years, like spearheaded this, and now that it's here, it's just not landing the way that you thought. So it's hard to reverse, or it's hard to not look at it, because you built your platform basically through some of this. So to now get here and get the information, it's hard to be like, all right, well, I ain't into the Epstein shit no more. Nigga, you've been doing this shit for 2 years.
But I think the only person that's really trying to deflect is the president, because he even said a couple months ago, like, y'all still worried about Epstein? Yeah, nigga, we still worried about. Yes, we still. Yes, release all that shit. And when he realized that people still care so much, he's just like, I think his deflection is coming out in policy and still trying to push policy forward that is going to distract people, but people still want that bottom line. Everybody wants to know why Epstein was murdered, because nobody believes he killed himself. Why was he murdered? Why are some of these people that are said to have been with Donald Trump, they dead, disappeared, suicides in like recent weeks and shit? It's a lot of like House of Cards shit going on right
It's
now.
House of Cards.
Yeah.
It's House of Cards.
So this shit is interesting. So one thing I want to say, like the MAGA base, a lot of them, they don't really give a fuck about the morality of it, because he's already convicted sex offender, right? But they do give a fuck about corruption, and they do care about like the government lying and things like that. And Trump kind of ran, when he originally was president in 2016, he kind of ran on the anti-government platform, like, I'm not a politician. A lot of white people supported that. But this is where there's going to be some common ground. Like, a lot of those MAGA supporters are like, we're not into their corruption, hiding the files and stuff like that. So that could kind of disrupt his base and disrupt some of the other Republicans, like, Marjorie and the other Republicans that are like pro releasing the files.
Oh my God,
Have you
him
seen-
and Marjorie right now?
Yeah.
They beefing?
Heavy beef.
Bad built. What
He
she
said-
call
he
her?
said she
Bad
was on
built,
something.
butch body, bleach blonde. Yeah, her and Trump, they are arguing, honey, and she is relentless. She's on his ass, and I respect it.
So y'all think the MAGA base is kind of like it's shaky right now?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really like,
This
oh
might
shit.
be the thing that kind of, because Trump seems like he can do no wrong. Like, he could say whatever, do whatever, but this might be the thing that people be like, nah.
Nah, you're wild.
Yeah.
Now it's enough.
And remember, he don't have the power. Like, unless they obviously take the whole shit. He's gonna be a lame duck. You know what I'm saying? After a while, so he's not gonna be able to run. So his power is only gonna extend but so far. So those people that was on board, they trying to find the new hot shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, they're gonna be going to jail or something else if we don't get a handle of this. So
Am I the only one that's tired of politics?
No,
It's like-
I am invigorated by it. I love it.
I'm tired.
That
bro.
shit
It's
is
a
like, that
TV
shit is
show.
so good.
It's a TV show, but they're literally
Yes.
playing with real people's lives.
Right,
Playing
for
with niggas every
nah,
day.
I'm definitely tired of it, but it's very entertaining at the
Yeah.
same time.
I'm locked in.
yeah, I'll do.
Nah,
I'm
yeah.
locked in.
But
Speaking about, okay,
real quick, before we move on, like, do y'all believe the Bill Clinton shit?
Absolutely. I believe everything.
Can't
Think
talk
that Trump was...
Sucking dick, absolutely.
Whoa. Talk about what? Can you explain that?
he said he was sucking Bill Clinton's dick. They said
This
they,
is an email?
It was in
Yes.
Epstein's email that he said something like, "Do you remember when Trump was sucking Bill
Bubba.
Clinton's dick,
Bubba.
Bubba's dick?"
His code name, his nickname is Bubba.
Yo.
Well,
And
I
then
can't
the
remember
video-
what the exact email thing said. Let me
It
find it.
basically
Yeah.
said that.
I feel like Bubba kind of lacks discretion who he lets give him head.
I think it was for a reason. Like, I think that a lot of these people, because like, not only was you sucking dick, but there's evidence of you sucking dick, because that's what the email said. Email said something about it being pictures.
But you know, Dodge, now that I'm thinking about that, if that is true, that now makes the Hillary Clinton shit look totally different.
Yeah.
That makes that whole Hillary Clinton shit look totally different.
This nigga said in a debate, like, yeah, she can't even please her husband. Yeah, because you nasty motherfucker.
What do you mean by that?
How you know?
What you talking about, my man?
Ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba.
Why is there photos?
Hold on.
Because you need evidence. Like, the whole thing is like these. I feel like all of this shit, like that, like Hollywood politics, they use gay sex specifically to blackmail people to being able to get them to do what you want them to do, so that you have that in your back pocket. Like, don't let me show them how you was sucking dick.
Which is why I'm like, why would either one of them do that in a room with
This
a
is
third person in there
nonsense.
taking pictures?
This, first of all, this is nonsense. This is.
I don't think the
more
person was
likely-
taking pictures. I think it's probably Jeffrey Epstein, in the documentaries that I've seen, he had cameras all around. So I think they probably have a picture of the camera.
And that also makes the Putin shit make more sense. That makes the China shit make more sense. Because when you think about the Putin shit, you like, yo, why did you act like that with him? There's no real reason for you to be moving how you be moving with him.
Yeah, because that nigga know.
If I got you on your knees doing something, now it just makes a little more sense. Now,
None of this makes sense.
It don't make sense?
No. Why
Okay.
would Putin have pictures of it?
Because he was close to Epstein, and Epstein was close to that spy nigga. Epstein used to have this spy nigga in his house that everybody knew was a spy, but Epstein was like, oh, that was my friend type shit. So maybe the spy nigga is the one that was just
Y'all watch too much.
all right. You think that television does not art imitates life?
Around. I'm not listening to him.
I believe in aliens as well.
Yeah, you have slithering nails on. He's following fucking.
He's a crocodile.
Yeah.
You don't know your animals either?
So what you only gonna believe?
You gotta read more
fucking
books.
ABC 7, nigga, like what? Fucking PBS. All right, I'm sick.
This nigga only believes the nigga from reading.
I just.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say whether he was blowing Bubba or not.
But
I
Epstein
just think
said
that-
he was blowing Bubba.
I just
and
don't-
even if Bubba's not Bill Clinton, who the fuck? You was sucking somebody's dick.
Yeah.
Bubba's dick got sucked by Donald Trump, regardless. So let's take Bill Clinton out of it. Who is the nigga who dick he was sucking that they would put that shit in the email?
Who's Bubba?
Who's the dick?
I don't.
Dun dun dun.
Why you
Fine,
putting that in
Bubba.
the email anyway?
Yeah,
Because
it's
these
just-
old niggas is ridiculous. Like, that's how they thought they were using like code words and shit like that, like code terminology. But when your emails get leaked,
Who emails shit like that anyway?
Yeah.
but this was in the early 2000s though. This is like 2010, 2012,
For group
2014.
chats?
Yeah, before Apple was wilding, you know.
This one they thought, yo, if I just delete it, it's over.
Yeah, like it's fine.
All right. Speaking about, this is. I guess we gotta talk about that white boy now. I opened up Twitter this week, and
A ginger that thought he was a nigga.
listen, I see that Rory from the Rory and Mal show has a lot of his tweets came out from the past. I'm gonna read some of them.
You see how Greg is in it? Now, why is Greg in it?
Greg is in it.
Because at the time that Rory's tweets come out, he was tweeting Greg. G-Star Greg is Greg.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. That was his old name. That's like 4 names ago.
Well, one of the worst ones that I saw is a retweet from Rory, and I think Rory is basically saying these are fake retweets. So back in the days, we would put retweet in front of somebody's name and some
then type their
crazy
name in,
horrendous
yeah.
shit, and make sure that people seen it, and then they go crazy like what? And
That's
they be like,
a good-
I didn't tweet that. I
That's
didn't
a
tweet
good
that.
argument. That's
We
a good
didn't
way to
tweet,
spin
right?
it.
So that happened.
Okay.
I used to do that to people. I'm telling you. It would always be some horrendous shit.
Tell me the worst one.
There's a lot. How you slim. So this is one of his, a quote, maybe one of the fake retweets.
Mm-hmm.
How you slim, tender, yellow bone, but your mom's a fat bitch tar baby. Nah, B, some don't add up. I don't want no parts. That's crazy.
I don't know.
One of
if
his
I
real
believe that
tweets
him.
was, "Save that white boy fantasy for someone else. I'm not cutting any weave out of your hair." I think this is my homegirl Tasha said, "Do your black ass mother and grandmother know you don't like black women?" And Rory tweeted, "Nope." Another he's saying is a fake retweet. "I've never saw a good looking black woman." Yeah, and
What year
there's
was
way
that
more
that
than
this
that.
came out?
This one was 2014.
I don't believe that. That one I don't believe. There's a few of them like I
This is on his account,
no.
but you're saying that they were fake retweet.
Yeah. Because you have to also understand, if I'm not mistaken, Rory is a Kappa.
Mm-hmm. And married to a black woman.
Yeah. I know he's
to a black
married to a black. That's different. But I don't see the Kappa niggas that I know that he hang out with letting him get away with tweeting that shit.
So that was 2013 was the
He was
nope,
already a Kappa by then.
but nope, right? 2013
I don't see
was
that.
the nope.
Okay.
2015 was the save the white boy fantasy for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
2012 was the tar baby fat bitch.
I believe he said all that Beyonce shit though. That's the shit that I do believe.
But that shit was like 09, I think.
Yeah.
2011, I don't appreciate any woman with poetic justice braids telling me what I can and cannot do.
I believe that.
And then 2012, the hood rat name,
Beyonce.
Beyonce's hood rat name.
Yeah, I believe that as well. So I think both things can be true, but I think also what happened. Fucking, I'm gonna say it. I think sometimes when when people open up the doors to Divine Nine Black orgs and allow white people in, that white people really feel like they are part of the culture. They feel like they are invited to the cookout, and in retrospect, you kind of are. You have been dubbed and allowed to be a part of pinnacle elite black culture. So that in a time when Twitter was basically a war zone and nobody was really thinking about the ramifications of what they're saying, I do think that some of the things that he might have said would have been easily digestible from a black man. But because you're a white man, that adds context. So I think both things can be true.
You know, to that point, I did save a tweet from somebody that said, where's this tweet at? Because this person was not happy with the rest of us. Shit, Tahoe, you suck. Oh, then we have one from his girl at the time, his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Rory basically told me to take my braids out because I'm starting to look like Beanie Siegel.
Nah, that's funny.
In the context of all of this other stuff, is it?
Nah, I mean, listen. You talk to your shorty like that.
Yeah.
That's different.
Like your braids under your wig is getting a little critical. It's time for you to tighten that up. Like
I've said
I'm not mad
joke
at that.
Like that to my shorty. I was like, yo, you look like Meek Mill's mugshot photo. You know what I mean?
You mean your fiance?
Yeah.
Jesus
She was
Christ.
a girl at the time when I said it.
I hate you.
But it's true. She doesn't. But it's like, you know.
But again, like, if you can't braid, shut the fuck up. If you're not gonna fix these braids for me, please shut all the fucks up.
Nah, but I mean, you should be. Not you should, but you can have that type of relationship where y'all could exchange jokes.
Mm-hmm.
But what, out loud?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny.
I feel like me being the person that I am and as inappropriate as I am, that if I ever dated a white man, I would definitely call him a cracker, like in the house to his face. But he can't call me a nigga.
Somebody online said, if you reminded people that the way white men and black men used to bond on here was to talk crazy about black women,
That's true.
people would get so angry. But there have been so many examples over the last couple years.
That's very true.
Wow. Damn.
That is true.
See, I don't remember white boys being a part of that, tearing down black women.
But if you're a white boy
That's part
that
of the
is a
black
part of
culture.
a black organization and have a multitude of black men around you at all times as your literal like blood brothers, you could
How do
probably
y'all
get away
feel
with
about
some
this?
shit.
If we know what the culture was back then, and
Yeah.
then we also can say, okay, but he was a white boy in a black thing, how do y'all feel about it?
How do I feel about Rory's
Let's ask Traum.
tweets?
Yeah, let's ask Trump first.
My first question in relation to that is, how come nobody said anything up until now? Like,
We were all doing it. All of us, like the
Don't say
tweet
all.
said, you were not alive.
That's not
We were
Stop
all
playing
doing
with
it.
me.
And at the end of the day,
Not we.
A lot of
I
black
was
men were
definitely
doing it.
I was there. I
Yeah,
was
you
doing
was there.
it. Like literally, that it was a thing. That era was horrible on Twitter, right? And shit, I would take all of it back. But that's just what it was at that time. And you talk about, say, Dodge talking about the Democrats and Republicans talking about, oh, it was cool back then. But they find out now,
It's different.
it's the same conversation.
to your point, back then we was talking on Twitter like we was talking in a group chat.
Yeah.
We weren't thinking like this is the internet's gonna live forever.
Right.
Everybody's seeing this. Corporations gonna see this.
Right.
And you know, it's different because he is a white boy. But if he grew up around black people, he's talking like this amongst his black friends, and it's probably no problem. So on Twitter, he's talking amongst his black friends.
Right.
So
And this is before your Rory. This is before the Joe Budden show. This is before all of these other things. When you're just a regular person just saying shit, which is why most people, when we started getting a little smarter, we deleted the old pages
tried.
and made new pages.
I tried. I went through it with the F-bomb, dark skin, black. I tried, but there's still ways for people to find the shit. And at the end of the day is,
screenshot it from
at the end of the day is, regardless of whether you to me, and yesterday I want to get your opinion on it too, pardon me, but at the end of the day, regardless of whether you can delete it or not, that was you. You got to take on. You have to say yes. I fucked up.
Yeah.
You have to. You have to, like. You can't just be like, oh, there was a different time. It doesn't fit, especially because if you're a white boy now. Dodge and I have that conversation. She was like, it's actually worse. You as a black man doing it, to be honest, because you're supposed to be my partner. You're supposed to be defending us. You're supposed to be, loving us. So when you do it, it's worse. But there's just a different lens when a white man's doing it. Yesterday, what do you got to say about this whole thing?
I kind of hate when guys say, when a lot of this stuff happens and guys be like, oh, that was just the time, or this is what everybody was doing. And that's why when you're saying it, I'm like, no, like certain men was doing it, but I was on the internet too. There's a lot of other men that just was not moving or operating that way. And I don't like that we're just putting...
Yesterday, you were 18 years old.
Bro, I'm as old as Rory. I'm as old as Dodge. I'm as
you were
old
18.
as... What
That's
is
what I'm
that?
saying.
But
Yeah, we were in our 20s.
We were, nigga,
But
We was in our
30s.
But
20s.
this
We
is
was
what I'm-
getting money, and we was on the internet talking crazy.
This is
I
what
said
makes
some
it. But
wild
this is what
shit
makes
on
it
Twitter.
worse. I was 18 and I was not doing that. I was on the internet.
Y'all
I was
don't understand
being
this.
funny,
But
but
he always has this thing.
now I think y'all have this
No,
thing
no,
where
no.
y'all are
he got his
generalizing.
perspective.
Yeah, like I said.
No, he's right though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like y'all are making this like, oh, like just the saying weird shit. Like, oh, that was just cool. Everybody was doing it.
No, I said it was
No,
cool.
everybody was not doing it. I've never said some of the shit that was said 2010, 2015, 2020, 2025. I've been on the internet since Bebo. I was on some of the first internet, and you can go back as far, and I've never been on that. So I don't like we're just putting all men or all guys in that category when that's not the truth.
But that's not what's happening. And I think that this goes back to what I was saying last week about one of the main reasons why I had to get off of Twitter, because it's too much of a melting pot. Maybe your bracket of people, the 18 to 20 somethings at that time, were in a different space, but on Twitter wasn't that big yet. Like, we were still very much in our bubbles. So us 23 to 32, New York, Brooklyn,
We started
we
Black Twitter, bro.
we really were wilding. Like, it was bad. Like, I had to stop talking to a homeboy of mine that I went to high school with, because he would continuously make backhanded jokes and remarks on Twitter. Like, as soon as I would come on Twitter and tweet, like, it was like the fucking lunchroom. Like, when you walk in the lunchroom and you see somebody and you think that they food and it's it, like, he just used to fire off with the tweets. And I used to tell him, I'm like, yo, I know you in real life, and I understand that you think that it's jokes or whatever, but when you make certain jokes, then you open up the floodgates for people that I don't know to think that they could play with me, and they can't play with me. Therefore, I can't fuck with you. And if you say it again, I'm going to wow you up on the internet and in person, because I want everybody to know that you can't play with me and you're not being my friend in this moment. You're not saying like, yo, this is an inside joke between me and her and defending me. You're going on and everything is LOL, LOL, LOL. And it's like, yo, bitch, I will slap the shit out of you. To this day, I don't speak to that nigga. And this was my homie from high school. Like, this was one of my, like, that's how bad it was on Twitter.
It was horrible.
It was hard. Like, you probably didn't experience it, but it was horrible. And it was a moment for people that were not as crude and were not as mean or were not as vocal to jump in with a LOL to be a part of the joke so they're not on the adverse side of the jokes. It was bad. So all of this shit, I believe there are parts I believe, there are parts that I don't believe, but I do know that whatever he said, that shit walked on the timeline and it was perfectly fine because of who he was and what his proximity was. We were all horrible.
Very true.
Traum.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Kind of like we all said, to yesterday's point, I don't think any of us are excusing it. We're just trying to understand it and understand the context of it and understand my question, which is why nobody brought this up sooner, because back then everybody was kind of wilding, and it doesn't excuse it. He's still wrong for it. He should still apologize, but I understand. Twitter back then, you talking like you was amongst your friends, you saying wild, inappropriate shit. He's married to a black woman. He's a Kappa. He has proximity to black people. I don't think he's like a racist. I don't think he needs to be canceled. I just think he needs to apologize.
I think he tried to. He got into a space with Rocky Thunder. She's a podcaster at something at this point.
I hate you.
Go ahead.
I hate you.
I don't know what she does.
No,
I don't know what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? I know
Yeah.
she does a lot of stuff on Twitter, the Spaces thing. But at some point, she'll start her own show, and then we'll be able to say exactly what she does. Right? But for right now, she had proximity to Joe Budden, Love of Hip Hop, shit like that, and now she's like doing that thing. And at some point, I'm sure she'll start a show. But at the end of the day, they're in there talking about it, and Rory goes in there, and he made it worse.
4 hours.
Of course.
4 hours.
He could not. He was trying to listen to them, but at the same time, he was
being attacked.
condescending. He was like deflecting. It wasn't a good look for him. I don't know what to think about it, because if I was to attack Rory, I would have to say the same thing about myself. Only thing is, I'm willing to say I was dead wrong. That's it. Like, you come up with any of the tweets from back then and you put them in my face, what Tahoe was saying, yeah, I was fucked up. I was dead wrong. I'm not, to yesterday's point, I can't say, yo, that's what we was doing back then.
Yeah.
I was of age. I was in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? So for me to say that just doesn't make sense. It was an ignorant time for all of us. But, again, and yesterday, you're not going to like to say it, when in Rome, that's what everybody was fucking doing.
Yep.
That's literally what Twitter was. Black Twitter too. And to Dodge's point yesterday, there were a few of us, 200, 100, 200, that kind of blew up this whole black Twitter thing.
Nasty work.
And it became 300, 500, 700, 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, the world that became what it is today. But we all kind of had some type of connection to each other, or at least found a way into that group. Traum was on, I don't mean to out you, would like to cast you out, but Traum was on Twitter back then. I wouldn't call him a part of black Twitter per se. You understand what I'm saying?
I wasn't, but I engaged a little bit because you was on there.
But then I was being embarrassing as well.
And then I remember a friend of mine told me that I had got passed up for some corporate gigs because they looked at my Twitter. And I'm not the type to tweet recklessly, but it was reckless enough where it's going to cause
or
concern.
Retweets, or the LOLs, or the likes,
just
or
going back and forth with Tahoe.
See,
you know what I mean? So,
it was a nasty time. And here's the thing: integrity is something that's really important to me, and I think that it's something that's really hard for a lot of people because people are really scary. Like, people act like they're not afraid of things, but you are. You're afraid of losing out on money, on losing out on opportunities, on losing out or not having solid relationships. So what we do in human nature is, to protect that, we lie, we deflect, we lose our integrity to save face. And what's important is understanding that you have more power and accepting and taking that accountability when you're wrong and being honest about what happened, being honest about nuance, being honest about change. And when you're honest about it, people can see it from a different light. So you could say, yeah, I was in my 30s, I was wilding, I knew better, but I was just on the internet not thinking about the ramifications or the implications of my words and how it will affect people on a world stage. Like, we were very young and immature on something that was a brand new platform, and we didn't understand how it was going to align with our lives later. So I 100% apologize for the bad things that I said before, and all I can do is make the right decisions to move forward in a better way and be a better person than I was yesterday. That's hard for a lot of people to
Can
say.
you type that up? Can we get that on the transcript and send it to Rory?
That's hard for a lot of people to say.
That's all he needed to say.
It's not. It kind of isn't.
It
When you have all of these people who are angry, calling you a colonizer, calling you cracker, they calling you all this. It's kind of not.
True.
It's and you know who you really are. Who I believe Rory believes he thinks he truly is. It's kind of hard to just sit there and listen to people say all of that shit about you in the context of what that was versus who you are today or the work you thought that you've put in for the community that you don't even belong to. You're like, yo, like Rory has reached out to me, and me and Rory are not friends at all. As a matter of fact, I've kind of shaded him because a close friend of ours had a problem
beef with him, for years.
Right?
And this is one of the things he said. He was calling a nigga a colonizer.
You know what I'm saying?
He was saying this for 10 years ago.
Loyalty. I was like, I don't fuck with you. My friend don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. I'm not doing that no more. But at the end of the day, is Rory, even after all of that, reached out to me when my sons was doing their pod and was like, yo, anything that I could do to help you, bro. I love what you're doing. Let me know anything I could do to help them. You know what I'm saying? And that's behind the scenes. He didn't say that on the timeline. He reached out to me behind the scenes. I am not caping for him because of that, but I believe he feels like, yo, I am
a part of.
Yeah. So how can I just take all of that heat? I said, I'm sorry, but now you want me to, I don't know.
But there's another part where people got to learn how to unplug. Like, there's a way to apologize, put it out there, and then unplug, and then let time go by.
He deleted his Twitter.
And you know this,
but that's whack, and that's how I know he don't have the heart to say what needs to be said, because now you're still deflecting, you're running instead of standing on it.
How do you stand on it when they keep finding more?
Go ahead, and I'm gonna tell you a thought process I have.
I was gonna say, do y'all know why this all started?
No.
Like, do you know what prompted all of this?
Don't. If you do what I think you're about to do,
that's what it was. It's not my personal thing.
You already opened up the box.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. If you watch I watched Rory and Mal hard. So they were having a Grammy conversation, and they were speaking about who they feel like should get the Grammy. And Rory basically was saying, hey, I think the Clips should win the Grammy. I think they deserve it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He said, I feel like GNX should win it, blah, blah, blah. That ensued. Him and the Kendrick fans go back and forth. That's who. Like, you think this just happened for no reason? It just happened out of nowhere? No. They just went and got his tweets for nothing.
I don't know.
But I'm just saying that makes sense. Like,
no, I don't know. But the fact that you know that this comes back down to Kendrick and Drake is hilarious.
I watched the pod, and literally when he said that, they got on him. It started with just them getting on him for his music shit. Then them getting on him about him being white. And then, lo and behold, the tweets start popping up. So then it's like, yo, you can't speak on the music when your takes was this, or you. So that's how the Beyonce shit come up, because it's like, yo, how are you commenting on, or you telling niggas what music, who should win when this is some of your takes? This is how you view people that are black. So that's why I'm like, damn, bro. Like, for that, it's crazy. Like, that's a crazy situation to be in behind that.
Do y'all understand why I feel like I can't really comment on it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, if I say about him, regardless of him white, I would say that I'm the same guy. I did the same exact shit. I think I've tried to walk it back publicly. I've admitted to it publicly. I don't know if that matters once Joe Schmo from Minnesota finds the tweet and he's trying to out me, and the shit goes viral. Nobody's gonna be like, oh yeah, he's talking about this. And, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what to. I don't know what to think. I do know, as a white boy though, that shit comes out. Y'all think that's career ending?
No. Not if he deals with it the right way.
Well, he's profiting off of black culture.
Right, and not if he deals with it the right way, which is going to be difficult for him now because he should have dealt with it the right way the first time.
Yeah.
TMZ.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was all over the fucking shade room.
Yeah.
It was everywhere.
And I didn't like. I'm not saying that I don't think he's that important, but to see it on TMZ, I was like, oh, this shit has picked up some legs. Like,
wow.
You know, I didn't think that it was. You know, I thought it was just like a Twitter thing. So to see that, it was like, oh shit, like.
Well, I mean, good news is he didn't say the N-word. So, I mean, there's some...
They got him on camera saying that too?
Oh,
They
yeah?
get him on camera. Did they?
They got him. But this is not a part of that, but this is just... You know how it is. When something happened, they just throw everything on.
Yeah, it's a bonfire now.
It is.
Because, I mean, like the context of tweets, if he said something about... And again, not to excuse it, but if he said something about Beyonce during an overall conversation of Beyonce, and then you take this one line out and be like, oh my God, he said this, but it's like, in what context? It's like if somebody looks at our chat and be like, oh, you're talking about 6-inch Bubba. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, these guys are wild. Like, yeah, it's in the context of a conversation that we were having, right?
Mm-hmm.
So...
And I think that's another problem with Twitter because you would say things in a context of a larger conversation, but you don't actually have to respond to that person. It will just pop up on the timeline. So the whole timeline is having a conversation, and you have this tweet that's a standalone, but you don't realize that it attaches to the person that tweeted before you and the person that tweeted after you. Yeah. It's a tough time, but that's where your integrity comes in. And the reason why I brought up integrity because I was in the shower the other day. Like I have like these little like manic reflective moments, and I had to make a difficult phone call. And I knew that the phone call was going to go one or two ways. It was either going to go that the person was going to understand what I was saying based off of the context that I was giving them and be okay, or the person was going to be upset and disappointed and possibly cut me off because I was supposed to do something and I had to renege on that because of my morals. So I'm in the shower and I'm thinking about it and I'm just like, yo, it'll be really pussy of me right now to not make this phone call. Like, it could be a text message, of course, but that's not how we communicated when I reached out for help. So that's not how we're going to communicate when I have to renege on something that we already established. So I really had to, like, eat the fact that this can go one or two ways and prepare myself for both ways that it can go without avoiding what I needed to do. And I had the conversation and it went the way that it should have went because the person already understood. Morally, I could understand why you have to make the decision that you have to make, and I respect it, and I'm here for you anyway. But I was scared as shit.
I will say this, and this I was going to do an Instagram video on this the other day. One of the biggest character flaws a person can have is not being able to admit when they play themselves. Mm-hmm. Not being able to admit when you did something wrong.
Yep.
Not being able to admit that you're the bad guy in this situation. You why can't people just do that? Like, give me that healing moment. But saying that I'm not bugging. Mm-hmm. You fucked that up. Cool. Yeah. I played myself in this situation. This isn't on you. This is on me. My bad. The fact that people cannot say, yo, my bad, I fucked that up, and do all of this running around and going left and right with the excuses and reasons and what you did to trigger this. And it's like, bro, the world would be such a better place if people could just say, I fucked up.
I fucked up.
My bad, absolutely.
I'm human.
You sound like one of my couples therapy sessions.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
I don't always say my bad right away.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's
But part of it is because sometimes, and switching it back to Rory, if he feels like unjustly attacked, like for example, y'all saying like he was retweeted and those weren't his retweets, or
well, he was retweeting other people. He was trying to make people look bad.
Okay.
By saying certain shit and
Gotcha.
putting retweet in front of it as if he was retweeting their tweet.
Gotcha.
But they never tweeted.
They never said it.
Right.
So if he's like, it's hard in that instance to be like, yo, my bad, without first defending yourself. Like, yo, those weren't real tweets. You know what I mean? And then you'd be like, all right, my bad. But let me start by saying, all right, those were not real tweets.
And that's what they was getting.
Yeah.
They were not allowing him to get that off.
Right.
Because as a white boy, you're not supposed to say tar baby. Period.
Yeah.
The fact that you even came, you couldn't come up with nothing better than that?
Yeah.
Tar baby? as a white boy is crazy. Just because you thought, you know, woman, doesn't excuse you for the fact that you press Tar Baby into the app and press send. It doesn't. And so, yeah, I think that he should have just been able to say, yo, I fucked that up, and then take whatever comes with that. Wasn't able to do that. I don't know if I can personally hold him accountable on that. The only thing I can say is, yeah, I fucked up too. I know for a fact I was bugging, and I was older than most of the people on there. So the fact that the Dodgers crew or the people who are in her age range are able to say, oh, we were young, I can't even say that.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
I was just bandwagoning what was going on.
Because we was wild, but it was fun. It was fun to be offensive.
It was fun.
It was fun to say mean things to each other. It was so much fun. It was fun to say, to literally be cutting each other ass on the timeline, like for no unprovoked. Like that shit was our version of fun. Like how these YNs walking around with ski masks and think it's fun just to be running around and looking stupid and wearing Nike Techs in 90-degree weather. That's fun for them. Our fun was mean. It was verbal. It was intellectual. This is the reason why a lot of us do not believe and don't understand what bullying is, because we were bullies our whole fucking life. We've said some of the most fucked up shit that you could possibly say, and we put it on the internet for the world to see.
Rory.
I'm not caping for I'm not caping for Rory. What I'm saying is
Caping a little bit.
You keep it a little bit. You're saying like, yo, that's what it was.
I'm just keeping it buck.
all right, so y'all can say y'all. I will
mad at
accept
you
that.
for saying
No.
it.
I will accept that I'm caping. But what I will say is, if those tweets were the tweets that destroyed him, I'm so happy I deleted my Twitter years.
Well, I will say this.
You can't even pull if you ain't shit to pull.
There's probably less room for error being a white boy in a black space. And you could say the same in reverse. Like, black people are not allowed the same fuck-ups in white spaces, in white corporate America. We're not given the same grace. So he shouldn't be given the same grace in our space. It's like, nah, you don't have room for those kind of errors.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Like, that's like what Tahoe was saying. Like, Tahoe, you said something. Yeah, no, Tahoe and Dodge saying something. It's like salute. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I could. Even if I don't agree with it, I can get it. And also too, you're black. You know what I'm saying? We from the same shit, so I could just not agree with you in the back room. And I can go to the colored back room. We could have a talk. You know what I'm saying? But you, homie, yo, listen, man. You just go ahead, man.
Honestly, and that was part of what started one of the difficult moments between our friend, because it was like, you not one of us. You talk too much in this space. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you a white boy, go do your white boy shit. And it's like, it was people that was just like, nah, he cool because he been here, he been there. Like, and niggas was kind of right. It is what it is. At that time, when you rolled with a certain group of people gave you passes, and that's what it is. And now that we're adults, those passes don't exist anymore. We're in a bigger echo chamber than we were in the early 2000s and 2010 and 2011s when Twitter just started. And I can't stress enough how bad we were on the internet, y'all.
Okay, well, they were coming at Rory's ex-wife, I believe. They called her child a cracker baby. She wound up getting on the internet like, come on, bro.
Like, y'all doing too much.
I didn't have nothing to do with this. My child ain't have nothing to do with this. And I do believe that the internet, I think people, I don't want to say clout chase, but people ride a certain thing just to be able to
be on it.
Yeah, to get get some light off of some shit, and don't really be like, cause what are you doing? Yeah. Why are you going that hard? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I want to.
But people do the same thing now that we used to do on the internet back then. I was
halfway through the sentence.
Oh, I didn't know you stopped and then you were like frozen in time.
I don't know if I wanna, and then but you go ahead. No, go ahead.
Fuck you. What I was saying is, I don't even remember what I was saying though. That was over.
All right. Well, shout out to Mal and Rory, and to anybody that he hurt. I'm gonna keep it real. Shout out to anybody that I hurt. Like, yo, dead ass.
How do you say shout out to them?
I'm just letting y'all know. I am aware of how fucked up we was. Period. That is not a cape for Rory. That's what it was back then. that was all fucked up. That whole shit was fucked up. And I'm glad that we're in a better space now, in a way. I think shit, in 15 years, people going to look at what's going on the internet now and be like, wow, I can't believe I said that.
Ooh, I remember what I was going to say. What I was going to say is the difference between people now and us back then is we said bad things on pages with our faces and our names.
What? Say that.
And people nowadays are saying just as bad things or worse, but they're doing it behind fake avies and weird ass
And they going hard.
We need
names,
the full
right?
pictures.
And it's gonna be harder to attach them to their tweets. Like it was so easy to attach us. I had a kid the other day. Like, I don't understand why y'all adults have y'all pages open. Y'all should have y'all pages blocked. I said, excuse me, little girl. We made this. I'm not hiding from a 13-year-old. I don't care about nothing that y'all gotta say or nothing that y'all are doing. But in their brain, they're like, why would you put your real pictures of you and your real name on the internet? Because they have a different code of ethics that we didn't have.
We got maybe 10 minutes left in this episode, the first part, right? Dodge sent me some interesting shit last week and this week. So basically part 2 is going to be basically revolving around Dodge's, the things that you've been sending to me. And
I was just trying to be helpful.
Yeah, and they're not all women versus men type shit. Like one of them, it's going to be an interesting segment, our next episode. So for the last one, I just saw this story or whatever on the Paul Pierce's show. I want to know what y'all think about it.
So there's a man, and he takes a trip for his 40th birthday alone because his girlfriend couldn't afford her half.
What?
That's blowing me. I'm tired. I'm tired.
She couldn't afford her half of the trip for his birthday. That's boss. That's a boss move. He probably wanted to go to London or something.
That's raggedy. I'm not dealing with that.
Like, you know what, man? This gonna cost me $1,000. She can't get there. It's my birthday. This is what I want to do. I mean, it's only get 140. Damn, I ain't mad at that kind of. Like, she can't afford her half because I can't afford her half, so she can't afford her half.
He can afford it, but he doesn't.
Nah, you didn't say that. You didn't say that. You said
I'm
that.
assuming that he can afford
You didn't say it. I can't afford her half, but this is what I want to do for my 40. And if she can't afford her half, then this is what I want to do. So how you mad at him? So you just got to be like, I'll see you when you get back. You can't be mad at that.
This is some real bum ass shit that's going on. And
How?
like when Paul Pierce, and again, I never want to know what Paul Pierce gotta say. I don't want to know.
So you disagree?
Yes, I disagree. What do you mean her half for the trip?
It's my birthday.
That's nasty.
I have to pay for you to go on vacation for my birthday?
My birthday?
First of all, you don't have to. It's not a thing about having to, but understanding that if you want to go somewhere that your partner is not able to finance for you, why the fuck would you be like, nah, bitch?
Why would you want to have fun?
It's my, I get one of these. You the birthday fucking Zilla?
That's me.
It's my birthday.
That's me.
40
Exactly. It's a
times.
milestone birthday, and you don't want to do it with me?
But hold on, Dodge. So you telling me for a milestone birthday, I got to cap what I want to do because your funds not right?
No. And first of all, what? Do y'all not hear how that sounds?
Do you not hear how it sounds?
Is it me? Am I the drama here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's my birthday. You know my 40th is coming up. Why am I even paying for my ticket?
Right. We got him.
Why am I paying for my ticket? You're
You
my
know,
girl.
in America,
You
people
know
are
it's
really poor.
You know.
It's really poor here.
Yo, so my thing is that I get that he's supposed to take care of her type shit, but you get one of these. I get one of these a year, and it's my 40th. Now, it's something that I wanted to do. Come down to the wire, you like, oh, I can't go. Or I don't have the money for it. That's what I wanted to do for my 40th. So what am I supposed to do? I'm not supposed to go?
Oh my God, that's so mean. I would cry.
Hold on. What's more mean?
I would fucking
Not
cry.
going on a trip or having him finance his birthday trip and your birthday trip?
For him.
Yeah. So basically, he got to do your birthday up and he got to do his own birthday up. That's tough. That's a tough sell right
That
there.
is tough.
There's this assumption on the internet like niggas have an unlimited budget, and even old girl on the podcast was like, well, why doesn't he just pay for it? And like, maybe he don't got it either.
Then maybe you need to fucking reestablish where you want to go for your birthday. Because you trying to turn up because you 40 and you poor. You about to come back home to bills like me.
Whoa,
like, I'm actually being a responsible one.
How are you the one who don't have it, calling me the one who has it, or?
Because a rule of thumb is if you can't afford it twice, you can't afford it. That is a rule of thumb.
No.
Who's thumb?
Why is the
No,
concierge calling me?
That is absolutely correct. The rule of thumb is if I can't afford it twice, I can't go. That is the rule of thumb. The point is, what if I can't afford it twice? I can't afford it 3 times.
Right.
So, because that would mean me paying for me, you, and still have it again. No, I have it for me to go and still have yours for me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm confused at why people would think that. Well, I'm confused at why women would think that he's the wrong person here. When, in my mind, your woman not supposed to ever take care of you.
So the only thing that I
That's what I'm
would
saying.
give some credit to what Dodge is saying and the young lady in the podcast is that it depends on what stage in the relationship you in. Because I couldn't imagine me doing that in my relationship, but I have a whole fiance, we've been together for years. It's different. Like, I'm not going to travel without her on a milestone birthday because she can't afford to fly me somewhere. But
Right, that's crazy.
so it really depends on where they at in their relationship. Because I would, let's say, like, because I want to, I never been to the continent before. I never been to Africa. So I want to go there possibly next year. I turn 50, right? If she can't afford it, I'm not going to be like, well, I'm going by myself. But we have a different type of relationship than maybe person in this scenario.
But they boyfriend and girlfriend, we still together.
But so that's what I'm saying. I'm like, in that regard, I'm like, all right, because I want to travel with you more, and I put a higher priority than that to where the actual location is. Mm-hmm. Like, if it's somebody I really fuck with, yo, we could go to fucking West Virginia. Like, I don't give a fuck where we go as long as it's me and you. But,
exactly.
But if it's somebody new or somebody I'm just dating, that's different. Like, I don't know where they at in their relationship.
I do understand. So let's be clear. I understand. No. I can ignore. No. I don't like this. Because it's like, yo, everybody's like, well, he should be able to pay for both of them to go on his birthday. He should be able to. Why shouldn't she have saved up for this? Why she can't treat him?
All of this can be true, but then also, do I want to be toxic?
Yes.
Okay, let me be toxic. If niggas wasn't splitting bills, then maybe she would have the funds to be able to fund his whole trip because she's not paying everyday bills. Like if you're paying all the bills and I can't, and I can't afford it, then I need you to shut the fuck up.
I totally understand. So in this era where women are earning more, women are
why are we earning more?
Women are earning more. Women are getting
still make
more better education.
30 cents less than
this man is somehow supposed to have twice as much as her. Right?
No.
Pay all the bills so that she can pay one trip.
No. What I'm saying is then she would be able to adequately have saved her money to fund the whole trip.
No, she needs to get another fucking job.
Oh, she needs to get another job. Oh, so you want your girl to have multiple jobs.
Or she needs to prioritize him for a goddamn moment.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe he needs to prioritize his family for a goddamn moment and pay all the bills like a man is supposed to.
How do you know he's not paying all the bills?
If he is, and here's the thing, and that's my only caveat, right? Mm-hmm. Because if he is paying all the bills and she was not able to fund the trip, then she's a bum.
You're supposed to pay all the bills.
We also don't even know.
Hold on.
We don't even know if they live together. That's why. So to my point.
Hold on.
She tried it.
I did.
Yeah.
I did make an attempt, and it is what it is. I don't give a fuck.
So
broke niggas pay for the shirt. Brokey.
She's the only broke person in this equation that we know for sure is broke.
Somehow that makes him broke.
Right. Because if your bitch don't have money and you do, you're a bad representation of a man.
Because I was about to say, so what is she getting him for his 40th? He got to pay for the trip. He got to pay for the travel. What? He just turning 40 and that's it? She just pulling up?
She gonna give him some birthday head.
Same sex relationship.
Same sex relationship. That's crazy.
Honestly, Yeah, I don't know how I feel about none of this. I don't know if you're supposed to be paying bills for people. Yo, if you're that type of person, like say me, no, I can't even do it because Nay pays for most of my birthday trips. She does. She's always paid for most of my birthday trips.
Right.
But she's the one who wants to do birthday trips. Like she's like, no, we're going away. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I don't.
Haven't seen my friends for my birthday in 6 years.
Right.
Right. By
That
the way,
is very
that
true.
does not mean don't take me on the trip. I know she's listening. Like, bet I'm saving $4,000 this February. No, fuck it. This is what we do. But she always wants to plan a trip with any other. I just don't see how where the woman in this relationship isn't the wrong person. Like he
But
should
why we
change
have to
his
say
way.
right or wrong? Why
Because
can't it
she's
just
wrong.
be okay?
For not if this is what he wanted for his birthday. Why wouldn't she do that
I
for
don't
him?
think nobody's wrong.
I think
'Cause
she's wrong.
what if she just fell on hard times? That shit happens. Lose your job.
Well, you shouldn't be in a
an
relationship.
emergency.
Damn.
That's what they say to us.
True.
Why are you dating if you?
Yeah, why are you dating? Why are you
always
dating
out?
if you don't have
You
$5,000 a
fucking,
month?
You broke pussy, like go do something. I don't understand why a person with pussy be broke. Anyway,
Yeah, I would never.
Excuse me?
y'all get all it. Y'all literally show up and get benefits for being
You're
you.
being pretty, yeah.
Y'all literally show up and get benefits in almost everything y'all do for being women.
Right.
Y'all
They don't
do.
even have to have sex with men. They just will give y'all money sometimes.
The
just
idea of
because.
the fact that you have a vagina.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you know what? She's a nice girl. Let's give it a shot.
I wish I could.
So
get-
prostitution.
Not at all.
You didn't have to fuck.
Just
You know, I don't think there's
I'm
no
gonna buy
sex
a date
involved.
every month.
I'm in a, yo, I remember with my BM. I used to hate it. She used to speed all the time, and I've said this for years. She used to speed all the time. She'd always get pulled over. She never got a ticket. She never got a ticket, and she would laugh every time she came back to the crib. Like, I got pulled over again. I just smile. Like when he come, she had boobs. She would push him up,
Right.
smile.
Do the
Oh
right
my
thing.
God, no! Oh, was I? Oh no! Was I speeding? I don't have a radiometer.
Yeah.
And it's completely all right. Just go ahead. Have a nice day. And she boom. And I'd be angry she didn't get the ticket. Like no fucking way. She's like, yep, happen again. Yes, y'all get to y'all. That's not prostitution, is it?
No.
No, it's using what you got to get what you want.
And so that's
And
why
when
I'm
I
saying
say that, I'm
dead.
selling.
You can't say that. Stay in a man's place.
Got it.
Oh, but you can say that.
But you can say that.
I can say that. As a matter of fact, I can. Because how many times have I been on this podcast? You're like, kitchen woman.
Hey,
Don't
you
speak
tell me
on
to
this.
Kiss your ass.
Woman.
That is the end of the part one of this episode. We're gonna start back off with some women shit, women versus men shit, because
It's fun.
apparently the internet is saying that men need women way more than women need men.
Absolutely.
And
We doing that?
We doing it.
Dodge sent it to me. This is not my, but literally I have about 3 or 4 of these videos. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out because I want to compare what they're saying, right, and who's saying it. We'll be back this Thursday for part 2, or you can go over to patreon.com/So Shameless Podcast. Hear the full episode ad free right now. So Shameless.
Would you live on a planet with all women?
Yes, immediately, right now.
Would you live on a planet with all women?
Yes.
Would you live on a planet with all women?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Of course. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah? 110%.
I am gay.
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
So yes. Yes, I love women. Are they selling tickets? I hate men.
Would you live on a planet with all men?
Hell no. Fuck no. Fuck no. Definitely wouldn't. No. 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 Fuck no, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? Hell fucking no. I mean, it'd be cool.
Gay.
I regret my decision. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it.
Would you live on a planet with all...
Welcome back to part 2. We started off the energy right. I mean, look, that is the conversation that is on the table. Dodge has sent me, I think, at least one video, and for some reason, these videos have been popping in left and right about the fact that apparently men need women more than women need men, right? I'm gonna play a couple videos. Let's see. I'm not ready. Let's start with this guy. I think it's the one Dodge sent me.
Who doesn't have romantic love. It's like the greatest tragedy ever. You know, poor Lisa never found romantic love, and now she's in her 40s and she has cats. What a tragedy. Guess what? Lisa's just fine. All of the research shows the following. Men need and benefit from relationships much more than women. Widows are happier after their husband dies. True. This is true. Women do live longer in relationships. They live 2 to 4 years longer. Men live 4 to 7 years longer. If a man hasn't cohabitated with a woman or been married by the time he's 30, there's a 1 in 3 chance he'll be a substance abuser. When women don't have a romantic relationship, oftentimes pour a lot of that energy back into their friend network and their professional lives. When men don't have a relationship, they pour a lot of that energy back into online content, nationalism, misogyny, anti-immigration. They start blaming other people for their problems. In my 20s, 30s, and even into my 40s, I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to have kids. Everything was about more. No matter how much money, I want more money. Just never quite sated. And the only time I have ever felt sated is when I'm with my boys and my partner and we're all on the couch, or I know they're safe, I know they're protected, I know they're loved. It's the only time I've ever had a moment where I thought, okay, I get it. This is it. This is enough. It is the most unexpected means of finding purpose and meaning in my life.
Okay. So there's a man.
That's the first one. What do y'all gather from that? Do y'all agree with it?
I do.
You agree with it?
I do.
Sucker. Of course you agree with it. Is that the one you sent me?
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Yesterday, as a man over 30.
This is gonna be good. He's thinking, yo, he's doing the math. He is right now like, what's... Go ahead. He studied women's studies in college. He's a bachelor.
I do think that he made some good, interesting points, and I do think that a good bit of that is a bit accurate.
But
what are y'all laughing at?
But
however, also
I have a however
in combination with
he's trying to say, he don't want to sound toxic. He does. I'll do it for you.
All right.
You don't need to. Okay. I'm already in a relationship.
Okay.
So you don't have. I know what you're trying to avoid. You don't have to do that.
Do your thing.
Do you want to do it? You're in a relationship too.
Well, I'll say this. My however is that I think that men probably do benefit more from relationship later in life. I feel like a lot of men that are single,
here we go, say it,
in their 30s, 40s, and 50s are happy. But probably later in life, they'll benefit more from being in a relationship than a woman of that same age.
So basically being in a relationship is like stacking your pension. Right? So that you know that you'll get paid later on. When you're too old to work. Yeah. You know that you'll still have love coming in. Right? That's basically what it is, right? It's like instead of hustling, you're going to get a good job with a pension, you're going to do your 20-something years. I get it. Mm-hmm. Dodge, you good?
I'm fine.
You want to hear the next one?
I would love it.
Do you want to argue any of this?
No.
Okay, good.
This is just one of those days, and I'm so happy that I married the man that I married, and not one of you niggas.
Oh, boy.
That was disgusting and despicable.
Wait, was I wrong? You disagree with what I said?
It was like you begrudgingly agreed.
No, but I first agreed about, and I didn't even put myself in. I'm talking about like other men that I know. And obviously you got a lot of homeboys. Like, you don't think that you really think like your guy friends needed a woman in their 30s and shit?
I'm in my 30s.
That's what I mean.
Yes. I think that my male friends that are currently not in relationships are some of the saddest niggas that I've ever seen.
To you. Wow.
Yes.
To you.
To me.
You think I'm sad?
I think, yeah. I'm a stand on it. I don't care. I think it's really sad.
Respect.
I think that a lot of the men that I know currently that are not in relationships are probably still in very close proximity to and or living with their mother, so they're still being taken care of by women in one way or another. I also feel like there is a very sad sense of like disdain for relationships. Like, I think men get bitter faster when they're single for longer. And I think that a lot of my friends that are single, or male friends that I've had that are single on the internet, their view of women in dating is so jaded. It's sad. I just really feel bad for them, and I just hope, that everything works out for them in the future. And that's it. Women be mad happy single until the nighttime, or until it's time to do holidays and couples trips and stuff. Like they'll be fine until it's time to put your singleness up with somebody else's relationship. But I feel like with men, it's just really bitter, and it's like, oh, all women are like this and they only want that, and then they start digging a hole of disdain against relationships. Meanwhile, you don't have toilet paper in your house, and you go out every night out to clubs and lounges, and you're constantly playing the let out, and you're constantly good morning texting 15 bitches. You're sad. You're sadder than a woman that's single, because they find and have other things to do. They'll find hobbies. They'll be with their friends. They'll throw events, and niggas will just be home
and still center men the whole time.
Okay, I'm done.
You just said it yourself. Oh yeah, y'all do shit the other day, but at the end of the day, y'all sitting there eating ice cream, watching goddamn.
But they're not bitter, and I don't think that they become
no nigga
bitter.
Has gotten in a relationship oh, she's gonna finally have toiletries. Nigga don't care. Nigga will use paper towels.
Exactly,
nigga
and that's
will use
sad
a rag
to me.
To you.
I just said to me. I didn't say to the world. I'm talking about me.
But this is the thing: is that it's y'all version of what you think happiness looks like.
No, it's not my version of what I think. I never said that. All I said is, to me, the single man at a certain age is sad.
Onto them.
Yeah,
I'm not projecting.
But I literally asked you. I literally said why.
Never mind. I'm sorry. I should not even be speaking on the loneliness of men. I don't care.
Well, you sent it to me.
I sent what to you? I sent you that clip because I think that there is a conversation to be had, but not if you're going to try to step on my opinion of it, or try to make it seem like, but that's your opinion. No, okay, it's my opinion, and I said it.
Why are you making it so small?
And yesterday asked me if I was sad about him, and I am, and I'm gonna stand on all these things. I think it's sad, and y'all don't have to agree, but I think it's sad.
All right, but why are we arguing?
We're not arguing. I gave up.
I'm telling you that from my perspective of being single, I'm not thinking about the things that y'all are thinking about.
Next side.
Y'all. I'm not thinking about it. I'm cool with, hey, I got paper towels. I got Chinese food napkins. I'm gonna wipe my ass with these Chinese food napkins. I'm not thinking of that as my version of happiness. Can I get some pussy?
And I wasn't trying to.
It's all I'm thinking about.
But that's sad, right? Because after you get the pussy, you're still alone.
Only if I can get her out of here. Because I want to be alone.
And you want to be alone. Okay. Which is why you continuously are still trying to look for and reach out and seek out other women constantly because you like it.
So that's the thing. Traum, give me 1 second. Let me finish this story. I know you want to say something, right? But here's the thing is, I don't know very many men that wanted to be in a relationship. They kind of got, I don't want to say worn down, but they kind of got comfortable over a period of time with the person. And he's like, you know what? Mm-hmm. Fuck it. That's kind of how a lot of relationships, from what I know, got into. And those are the ones that actually have access to a lot of women. So to you niggas that don't get no bitches, y'all, yes, be happy in your relationship. I'm happy for you, cool. But if dudes are used to women coming up to them, being able, or going for their advances, they get attention on Instagram, they get attention in the spot, they have a wide social circle. They not thinking about, oh, let me quit all this and go be at home with her. They just not.
Okay.
And that's just the reality of that guy not
childish.
paying attention to. Maybe, but men mature a lot later than women. Go ahead, Traum.
So I just wanted to ask Dodge a specific question, because I know you gave your opinion, but what I was asking was, what do you think your guy friends think? Do you think that they're happy? Like, for example, yesterday.
No, they're not.
So let me ask, yesterday, you don't think that he's happy, but do you think that he's happy?
No.
Do you think that he thinks he's happy?
Right,
yes.
That's my question. So if he thinks he's happy, why is...
And that's why I don't care. That's why I said, peace be with y'all. Hallelujah.
So, but to Tahoe's point, you're projecting what your view of happiness is, but you're not listening to him saying, I'm happy in this space, you're like, that doesn't look happy to me. But
so it can't be happy.
Right, you know what I mean?
That's not even. I don't care. Like I genuinely.
No, when you do this is what you do.
I genuinely in my heart, I don't give a fuck. If y'all want to if y'all want to be sad and bitter and act like you're happy, then do that. That is your life. Like have fun with that.
Wait, so him saying he's happy means to you that he's sad and bitter?
Wait,
I'm not even gonna ask the question.
Why don't I have the ability to say for myself?
I was about to ask you, and then I decided not to.
Got it.
I'll ask.
Ask.
Hey, yes. Are you sad and bitter?
No.
Are you happy? Are you happy?
I'm actually the happiest that I've been in the last 10 years of my life.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna play another one, right? This time.
Oh, I was about to. Ooh, you lucky you my favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
No. This is what we do. Let's do it. Go ahead.
I'll turn my mic off.
I give you all permission. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yesterday.
Talk to me.
Friend.
Mm-hmm.
You are telling me that you are 100% happy and content being single.
I'm about to play solitaire.
Yes?
Yes.
Yesterday? That's true.
Yeah,
you have a dating show. You went on Pop the Balloon.
Okay.
You literally are actively talking to people and dating. So if you were so happy, why are you doing these things?
I can have fun.
Oh, it's fun to just so you treat people like entertainment, or are you doing these things like, because you're actually looking for someone?
Okay, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to set me up.
I'm asking a fucking. I said I wasn't gonna do this. You asked. You baited me.
But okay, so from what you're asking me.
Stop.
No, I see what's going on.
What's going on?
So let me walk this back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Your original question was, am I happy being single now? Yes, I'm happy being single now because I've been in relationships where I wasn't happy. I've been in situations where I wasn't happy, that wasn't conducive. So I've had to be out of those situations to build myself up.
Absolutely.
So at this junction in time, I've gotten to a place where I've been able to be comfortable with being single because
it's comfort.
But I was never really like I've always had. I'm not saying I don't want to say it like that, but I've always had situations, right? I've always was in
right. So why keep situations if you're so happy by yourself? What are these situations for?
Hold on, I'm talking about before. What I learned was I wasn't successful in the situation, so I dialed back because I needed to work on myself so that I could improve myself
to be in a relationship,
in a successful relationship,
relationship. So we're understanding that there is a gap that you're trying to make sure that you're building so that you can be in a successful relationship. Because if you were truly happy being single, why are you looking for that thing that you're claiming that you're happy without?
I can answer that for him.
No, you can't.
You don't need a successful relationship right now. I knew when I was 20 years old and wilding out that I wanted to be married one day. But that doesn't mean that I'm not happy until I'm married. That just means like I'm enjoying this part of my life.
But then you understand the value of being with somebody. So it's like at that point you're not the potential. Okay, fine. So when I say I'm happy with something,
don't confuse kinetic with potential.
Yeah,
potential means it could be. That doesn't mean that that's all that is.
Here's my thing. When I say I'm happy with something, for me, happiness comes with being content with. If I'm really happy with something, I'm not looking for the opposite of that something. I'm not looking to add into, because I said that I'm happy with this thing. Here's an example. I'm happy with the children that I have. I don't want any more children. I am not seeking out to have because I am happy with the children and the family that I have right now. If I was not happy, then I would be thinking about continuing to grow my family, continuing to have more children, and what that might possibly look like. But I'm happy. So I don't give a fuck about the thought process of something else because I'm actually happy. So my thought process is if you're actually happy being single, then you're not working on yourself to find a relationship. You're not working on yourself to be a better person, to be in a relationship because you're happy being single. You're not happy. You're content.
I'm not gonna let
You're
you
not
go
happy. No. You're not happy. You're content. You're not happy. You are dealing with the situation that you have right now, but understanding that later on you want this other thing. You're still building and working towards the other thing.
Yesterday, I gotta bail you out of this, and the reason why I'm gonna say
don't bail him out of nothing.
No,
that's not your job.
fair.
Do your fucking job.
What
you
you're
said you were
doing is
playing
not fair.
solitaire.
No,
play solitaire,
I'm really
nigga.
playing solitaire.
Who's winning? You or
at
you?
the end of the day, men like to have sex. We also like popularity. We like fame. We like different bitches. When we're single, that's what we're doing. He can't say that.
Why he can't? Say
I don't know if this is his truth. So I'm not taking. But you putting him into this conversation as if he could be on the dating show like, yo, I just like fucking bitches. I just want to know. He can't do that. He's never gonna win because you was gonna be able to come from this way. No, when you're single, no niggas like, yo, I can't wait to get in a relationship with one of these girls. That's not what we doing. We enjoying life. We chilling.
Okay.
We chilling. And every nigga says, I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
And then at some point, no. And at some
10
point,
years pass, 20
and
years
we're
pass,
good.
and then
a lot of times
you try to settle down because you chilled forever.
No.
Y'all niggas are
happens.
fucking ass backwards.
And that's how we are.
And it goes to my
key word. We are. To y'all, we are ass backwards. That's how we are.
Yeah.
And to my point, at some point later in life,
you're welcome.
Your priorities change, and then a relationship might become more desirable. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Like, hold on.
That's the problem. See, that's the thing with men. Like, y'all lost the plot of your life. Your life was to be. Y'all lost the plot because yes, I know the plot of your lives. Y'all lost the plot because y'all decided to stop being grown ass men and doing what you had to do, and decided that y'all wanted to be boys and play forever. And y'all was like, oh my god, it's so much fun. It's so much fun to date all these bitches and have all these girls in and out of my house. It's so much fun to sit here and be having babies with other people when you got families. It's so much fun. All of this is fun. I can have my fun, then I can have my family, but I can have my fun. I'm gonna have fun. Y'all are fucking toddlers. This is part of the problem, right? And this is why a lot of women can't find the families that they want, because y'all niggas still outside having fun, and y'all think that shit is cute, and nobody is telling other men. Y'all not telling each other like, yo, you 30. It's time to pack it up. Like, the fun is for the young niggas. The fun is for them niggas that's outside. And this is what I'm saying. Y'all wait till y'all in y'all 40s and y'all 50s, and then y'all want to settle down. No. Y'all wait until y'all in y'all 40s and y'all in y'all 50s, and y'all already done been used up by the whole town, and now you want to settle down with somebody. Somebody please be with me. Somebody please take me. And y'all niggas, that shit is sick.
Is saying that?
Y'all are sick. Y'all are sick.
Nigga to hurry up and settle down.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Y'all niggas are sick. Y'all are insane. Because if a 30-year-old nigga is not settling down by 30, but he's settling down in his 40s and his 50s, who's he settling down with? Because the internet will also say that you shouldn't be settling down with bitches your age because they're bitter and they're aggravated and they're aggy and they have all of these negative attributes because they've been fucking with niggas for so many years that was just playing. They was just having fun. Like, y'all don't see like how this is the reason why we're in the divide we're in right now, because y'all still having fun when bitches just trying to be dead ass serious. Ain't nothing funnier to me than to go out with my husband, and then we looking at the let out and we see all the niggas that's trying to line something up for the night. You weak ass, whack ass, thirsty, like, you're corny as fuck. Like, now you rushing trying to bag a bitch for the night because you want to have somebody to cuddle with, because you really not that happy. You need somebody at home, but you only want them momentarily.
Got a girl at home.
Y'all niggas is disgusting.
What you mean?
Yeah, Dodge, hold on.
I'm sorry.
You're cooking with vegetable spray right now.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
It's not heating up the way you thought. Like,
no, it's fine. Whenever I'm in a room full of men, it's never heating up the way that you think that I think. I don't give a fuck.
You're going on.
No.
I don't care.
It should be deep fried sometimes, but this is vegetable spray.
Okay, baby. Mm-hmm.
I think that you're putting this age thing on things like people don't go through real life situations. So
that's
you're saying
fine.
it like everybody that's 30 is just ready to be here, or everybody that's 40 is ready to. Everybody's different. Everybody goes through different things. So
because niggas never grew up.
That's not true.
That is true. Because grandma and grandpa and them, they was getting married early.
Let him talk.
I don't want to.
So what, I'm sorry, grandma and grandma what
I said grandma and grandpa, they was getting married early because they understood the plot. The plot was to come together to build a family and to have a family unit. They knew what it was. They wasn't out here playing for 20, 30 years.
But grandma
because it was fun.
But grandma's husband also had 10 other families across the way. So you're not about to tell me that we're gonna buy into this quote traditional thing when that wasn't even. I don't think the women or people of today want that lifestyle.
What lifestyle? The Papa was a Rolling Stone? Like, you talking about Papa was a Rolling Stone?
Grandma did X, Y, and Z. Yeah, grandma went through a lot to get there.
Grandma did go through a lot
of things that niggas are not going to be putting up with today. So
I understand that. But niggas are still putting up with the same things because niggas still got families in different fucking households. That shit didn't change. But the difference is that niggas is still outside playing. At least grandpa committed to somebody. He couldn't commit to everybody, but he picked somebody.
But that was after
But he picked, no. He got married first.
The fact.
Grandpa got married first. He chose first.
But
he grew up first. He became a family man first.
But if he cheated in the marriage, why you propping up something that's not healthy or that wasn't good to begin with?
This shit is still happening regardless. Now we're talking apples and oranges. But what I'm talking about is it's not in the U-Haul because niggas is still gonna be niggas, and I don't have nothing against that. Like, I understand that. Like, men are still gonna be men. Y'all still gonna fuck. Y'all still gonna do all the rest of these other things. Y'all do shit, and a lot of men are pussy. So you don't have the balls to say to somebody's face that I want to be with somebody else. So you have your wife at home and you got your other family around the corner. I don't really care about that. That's not. We're not arguing that part. What we are arguing is the thing that we're debating right now is the fact that y'all are in here trying to make excuses for wanting to have fun through your whole fucking adulthood until you damn near geriatric, till you 10 years away from AARP, and then you're gonna be ready to wrap that shit up, and y'all want women to accept that. What I believe at this point, if you are in your 50s and you've never been engaged and you've never been divorced, you deserve to die alone. I hope no bitch takes you. I hope you stay alone forever because it was so much fun. Y'all was having fun. It was amazing. Stay that way. I'm not bitter.
You calling him bitter, but you saying that? We don't wish that on nobody.
Are you crazy? Are we talking about the same world, the same internet that we're talking about? No. But this all started from an internet clip.
We're giving our opinions.
No, this started from an internet clip. We're talking about internet shit.
Okay.
This is internet shit. And by internet shit, when a woman is in her 30s and her 40s, she's undesirable. If she hasn't already been married, she's undesirable. But how the fuck is she supposed to marry a nigga that's her age when y'all niggas are sitting here advocating for people just having fun? Because it's fun. Being not having a family is fun. We're still having fun. We just want to fuck bitches. It's fun.
We never mentioned the word fun. You did. We talked about happiness.
He did.
Okay. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, I'm sorry. No. Not, because I find that there's a habit of y'all thinking that I'm pulling shit out the sky, but I'm regurgitating what was said in the room.
So you're right. I apologize.
Thank you.
We were originally talking about happiness. And
happiness, yes.
There's levels to happiness. It's not just about having fun. There's to be in a healthy relationship, like yesterday was saying, it requires a lot. It requires compromise. It requires, the saying, happy wife, happy life, and shit like that.
Happy spouse, happy house.
It requires you to give so much of yourself. At some point, at a certain age, some men are not necessarily happy, nor would I advise for them to do that. You got the rest of your life to do that. You don't have to do that in your 20s and 30s. That's what I would advise to most men that I talk to.
So when are men supposed to, when do you advise for men to find themselves in serious relationships? At what age bracket?
That's what I'm saying. It's not an age bracket. There's a different age range.
To give you an example, when I was in my mid-20s, I bought a house with my girlfriend at the time.
Yes,
we were almost married.
Yes.
Right? And then in my 30s, I was nowhere near ready to be married. And now in my
because
40s,
you was outside having fun.
So it has nothing to do with age is my point. In my 20s, I was more ready than in my 30s. So
that's exactly, so we're making the same point. So instead of being serious and locking in when you're supposed to, which is technically in your 20s or 30s, y'all want to continue to have fun. And you're spewing a narrative that's saying to men, you're spewing a narrative that says to men right now that in their 20s and their 30s, they're not ready, or they should not be ready to lock down because of what? Fun?
Going back to what we were talking about in the previous conversation, there's so much expected of men financially and just giving up our happiness for the sake of our spouse's happiness. what I'm saying.
Why would you have to do that?
Because he was supposed to go to London, but he can't because you can't go. Go ahead.
So to my point, yes.
Okay.
As a man advising another man, there are some exceptions to the rule, but later in life, it's going to be way
easier. Say it. It's going to be easier because life is about being easy for y'all instead of actually doing the hard things.
No, that's not what I was going to say.
What are you trying to say, honey?
Wait, why do you feel like men
No,
are
I want to hear what Traum was trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is that men, you can enjoy certain parts of your life and a certain stage in your life, and then when you
don't want to have fun anymore,
a relationship
then you settle down.
Requires a lot of work and a lot of giving,
a lot of adulthood.
Can you finish? Shut up. Everything. And
me.
Yes. I'm an ad-lib queen. I'm just ad-libbing. I'm letting you. No, stop. I'm letting you live. Shut the fuck up. Go ahead.
And you're trying to bolster your point.
I'm not bolstering. I'm just ad-libbing. Go ahead, Traum.
No, I am losing my points though. But I don't know. Somebody yesterday.
Because you robbed him.
I didn't rob him of anything.
You're trying to for you to allow me to.
Okay, fine. It's more fun when I ad-lib though.
For you.
For me, of course. I like to have fun too.
Yes,
I'm such a serious lifestyle.
Dodge, listen, I get what Dodge is trying to do. She's trying to do the banana in the tailpipe thing, and we're just not falling for it.
I'm not trying to. I'm sorry. Well, let me state my agenda, and I want to make it very clear so that we don't have any discrepancies. All I want is for men to grow up. All I want is for black men to be the black men that you're supposed to be. All I want is black family units. All I want is for people to take life seriously and not take this shit as a joke or a game. What I want is there not to be niggas that have baby mothers in different houses. What I want is for niggas to actually grow up, make a choice, make a decision, be with somebody, and take life as seriously as women have to take life. And what I want is for my sisters out there that are looking for real relationships, that are looking for real family and looking for real men, to not have to come in contact with niggas that want to play until they 40 years old. That's fucked up. And wait, hold on. In a room full of in a room full of people that we all have daughters, I wish that our daughters will find somebody that is willing to take them seriously, and they don't have to wait until they in their 30s and 40s when niggas decide they want to stop having fun. That's what I want. So I'm sorry. I don't want my message to get lost. I'm sorry that I have standards for y'all. Fuck that fun shit. Life is not fun. This shit is very dead ass serious, especially when you in your 30s. And if you're not ready by your 30s and you're not ready to your 50s, I want you to keep reflecting. I hope fun keeps you warm at night. What Kanye say? I hope you can cuddle up with your degrees at night. I hope y'all can cuddle up with fun in a memory of all them bitches that you was having fun with when you should have been building a fucking family. That's all I want. I'm sorry.
I want some of the same things that you want. I want black families to stay together and all of that. However...
After 50.
However, no, it's not about that. If you want these things to happen, how about, as a society, we make relationships, marriage, more attractive to men at a younger age? Because at that age, it does not serve me to be a husband. Financially, with the divorce rates and everything like that, men look at it like, why am I entering to this? A marriage benefits a woman first, earlier in their life, and benefits a man later in their life. Back to my original point. So early in their life, why would a man want to be married if it's not beneficial to him? Right. If you want more men to marry earlier, how about we reconstruct the idea of what marriage looks like?
I have a question. Is giving birth earlier, beneficial to women?
Well, no. That's a whole, don't.
Okay.
Right? Earlier in this conversation, last episode, this guy was turning 40. He had a girlfriend. She couldn't afford her half, or she couldn't afford to take him for his birthday. So he needed to work harder so that she didn't have to work. And so he could afford to take her somewhere for his birthday. The only reason I'm bringing that up is because of what Traum is saying. It doesn't benefit him if he isn't in the right situation to be in that situation. And he can go on his trip. He can live the life he wants to live until he's ready to be able to take on those responsibilities, I believe is what Traum is saying. And we saw that in that one little clip. And in that clip, you deflected that whole shit. You literally said, well, he needs to be paying more.
But y'all know I was trolling.
It doesn't matter, but that's...
Y'all know that was a troll, but
when
it's
we were talking about the internet, we know that is what is being said and perpetuated by women onto men, which makes men not want to take up that responsibility because of what is being told to them that they need to do to be a husband, to be a man in a relationship. It means you do less and gain more. I have to do more and gain less. You just said, why should I have to pay bills? That was it. That was the argument. No. Listen, I'm not putting that on you.
No. I'm laughing because money is so important.
It is important.
It's so important to y'all because you're saying.
Why would it be important?
Because you pay more. That means she's doing less.
Wait, what?
Because that's what you just said.
What the hell? No, you can't. Stop.
Okay.
Can we stay on this part of the argument?
That's what you just said.
Because we don't. You
just said that.
What you're gonna wind up doing is creating a whole nother argument.
I don't want to create no argument.
Oh, she's doing this, that, and the other.
I don't want to do that.
What about this? She's giving birth. Bro, we're talking about this one thing.
Okay.
Let's stay here.
So because he's paying more, what you're saying is she's doing less. That's what you just said.
Oh, which one are we talking about?
I'm talking about what you just said. Yes.
Yes, he's doing more for the birthday trip.
Okay.
It's his birthday. He is not able to just go have the quote unquote fun that he wants to have because she has not saved up. She did not prioritize him, and he needs to work harder so she can work less or so she can save up more of her money to be able to pay for him to go on his birthday.
Dodge,
he needs to work harder.
You literally said, Dodge, if this is why he needs to be working more. So it's
no. What I said was What I said was this is the reason why men should pay all the bills because then there is no argument to have because there would be no excuse for her not to be able to afford the trip if she does not have to worry about paying the bills every month. That's what I said.
So if she's not paying the bills, what is she doing?
What the fuck do you mean? What is she doing?
I'm asking a question.
I didn't say that she wasn't working. I didn't say that she wasn't working. I didn't say that she wasn't doing anything. So here's the thing, right? I have my career. My husband has his career. If my husband is paying all of the bills in the house, then I have more money to save to do other things for the house and for the family. If I'm splitting bills and I'm still working and I can't afford to take you where you want to go, and I get that. And it's fucked up for me if you were to stay home, if you understand, or for me to stay home, if you understand that I'm working just as hard as you, paying bills just like you, and I can't make it. And I said that's fucked up for him to take the trip without her. I said that's mean. But my thing is, if he's paying all the bills and she's still working, then she should have no excuse and she should be able to afford those things. Let me
say this though.
That's all I said.
No matter how much money you make, no matter what you got going on, somehow you raise your output to match the amount that you have. You always gonna need more. So just because she isn't paying those bills doesn't mean that she wouldn't have done this, bought this Louis purse, did this over here. The priorities wasn't set to be able to take him. That's what it was. Okay. Regardless of whether she had bills, regardless of what it was, she did not prioritize this moment for him to be able to go on the trip. That's what it really is.
Yes.
Okay? Let's listen to one more clip. Yo, great conversation. I do not like the fact that you felt like you had to triangulate 3 different niggas in this conversation. I always have to triangulate 3 different niggas. I just feel like
it's a fucking circle jerk.
When we do the
all right.
No.
Pissing me off.
No. But I do feel like it's better when we have these conversations when we can find a solution rather than just defend points from both sides of the field, because there's got to be a common place to land in these conversations. And when we do this, we just argue and make one group seem like they're crazy, and then the other group, you're so much more vocalized and you take up so much more space that it's like the women get emboldened into not listening to what we're saying. It's because you're so much better at this than the rest of us. But here, I have another black woman in the room that wants to have something to say. All right, well, she did. What the hell? Oh, I'm making an emergency call somehow.
Nice.
So he finds you. When a man wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women, the men can work and provide for themselves. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have
have sex because he can get sex from multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. The culture is telling them, do not get married. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? Because with a wife, you can now have love, you can now have nurturing, you can have support, you can have affection. This is what he can't get from a roommate. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, is love, support, nurturing, and respect, this is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, you got resentful, you start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him, you start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling back on the love, the affection, and the nurturing.
You was typing the whole time.
She ain't hear
I did.
She did.
No,
I think that, honestly, to what she said, I would not go on a trip without my girl. I'm not, what we was talking about in that last clip,
Right.
what the fuck am I doing out here by myself?
Right. Yeah,
I'm
no,
not,
facts.
that is, I've done it before. I went with y'all to DR one time, and I think I got there before y'all, and I was walking on the beach by myself. Loneliest experience of my life. I had like 5 prostitutes, like I was having whatever type of fun I was having, but at the end of the day, I was lonely as fuck, right? And the walking on the beach part was really the part which made me realize, oh, this is whack. This is some corny shit. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm about to walk back up to the boardwalk, bag a chick for $15. Like, what the fuck am I doing with my life, right? But, Daj,
Yes.
although I'm agreeing with you on that, it's my 40th birthday. You didn't care to take care of me on this day. You didn't even care to have your part. I think that although if my girl didn't have it, I'm paying for it.
Exactly.
Right? I am.
Right.
But what if this is a cycle? What if I'm always feeling like you're not showing up, you're not supporting, you're not giving me that I don't feel
Is the goal not in the
prioritized.
U-Haul right now, or is this
I don't
a
know.
different
I don't
situation?
know. But so I
like what
know.
you're saying.
I understand. I understand where a guy would say, "Yo, you know what? Fuck this." That's what I'm saying.
Right.
And I can see women do the same thing when they don't feel prioritized by their partner. Are we actually listening to each other, or you just feel like?
No, I'm really listening to you. I just find it to be really funny.
But I feel like anybody could feel that way if they're not feeling prioritized by their partner in their special moments. And so if this is something that is a cycle, is continuing, I don't see why he would still want to be in the relationship.
I agree 100%.
And you don't find that in that the first 8 months, 9 months, you're wooing her. You're doing these things for her. She's, by the way, some women are showing up to cook or whatever. They're doing things. They're buying you things. Oh, I noticed that you need this. Well, you got these old ass curtains. Let's go to Home Goods. Like, some women are doing some shit. Like, but sometimes you be so head over heels for the person, you don't realize that you're the one doing all of the things. They might give you some head in the car, but how fucking tangible is that? And you start like, what am I getting out of this? Yo, it's my birthday. Yo, you ain't got it. All right. So we want to go to Miami? Like for my 40th birthday? It's like you start kind of getting like, I don't really want to be in this. And until you find somebody to match your fly spiritually, whatever it is, financially, whatever your things are, you will be better off as a man single until you find a person. And as a woman, as a person, you're better off single until you find the person that matches where you are and where you want to go in life. It shouldn't just be one way or the other. That's how I feel about the conversation.
I agree.
I think you was cooking right now because before we were just talking about surface level.
Why are you laughing?
I know you laugh, but listen, we were talking before about who's broke and this, that, and the third. That's all fun, but at some point we have to be a little bit more mature and understand that things are a little bit more nuanced than that. And at some point, a lot of these issues in relationships have to do with being thoughtful, being considerate, and prioritizing certain things in a relationship. And that's where I could see it being an issue, to Tahoe's point, you know?
Absolutely.
I could relate to that. I remember once, I was dating, this was a long time ago, I was dating this chick.
I hate that.
We were dating for like 9 months. I took her out for 9 months. Every time we went out to eat, to the movies, whatever, I paid for it. my birthday come along, she's supposed to take me out to dinner, and she fucking canceled on me because she said she made up some shit that she had to do. Mind you, then I see her on Twitter talking about girls' night out on my birthday, and I'm like,
no way.
Yeah, right? Obviously, stop fucking with her. But I'm like, it's not about the money, it's about, yo, how inconsiderate is that? How, like, I could buy myself something to eat for my dinner, but it's not thoughtful, it's not considerate for you to know that somebody's birthday's coming up. What's that?
What birthday was this? What age was this?
I don't remember.
Was it in 20s, 30s?
Late 20s, early 30s.
She did the right thing.
Word?
Absolutely.
Why?
According to your logic, she did the right thing.
Why?
Because niggas is still playing in their 20s and 30s anyway, so she was better off chilling with her homegirls. What the fuck? That wasn't your girlfriend.
So
what was the point?
Why was she going on dates with me the whole time?
Because why not? It was fun.
But it's not fun to take somebody out that you fuck with on their birthday?
No. The girls was more fun for her that day. That's why she didn't go out with you.
She's trying to use our logic against us, is what she's trying to say.
She's using immature logic. I'm talking as
That's
a
what she's
mature.
saying,
I'm trying to have a mature conversation here. And you calling men immature.
No, but what she's saying is if what goes for the goose should go for the gander.
Yes.
If you was just playing in your 20s and 30s, as you say that you advise men to do, then why should she be put in a situation where she has to be this?
And take you seriously for your birthday and be there for you and take you and this is the point that I'm trying to make.
You're assuming a lot there. You're assuming that I was taking advantage of her or
I didn't say that.
We were having fun dating.
We were having fun and she was having fun with her friend. You see what I'm talking? But it's me. But I'm the fucking problem.
No, my only thing is I know the nigga don't date.
Hey, we all know that. But we all know this of Traum.
I'm sorry. No, I'm glad you said that because this is one of the few people that actually did date and got burned. I'm like, what the fuck? No reciprocity. It's like,
yo.
So sad.
I'm not sad, friend. I just want to.
I didn't say you were sad.
I'm okay. Like
I know you are, friend. I'm happy as long as you guys are happy. I think that the funniest part about being on this show sometimes, and I think that y'all think that the fans always agree with me, and that's not really the case. I think they're actually listening. And what they're actually listening to is the fact that when I bring up things or try to add context to push a conversation forward, I'm always being told like I'm putting the goalposts in a U-Haul, I'm doing too much, I'm changing the conversation, I'm changing the ramifications of the conversation. But when Tahoe just added a whole other thought process of context that did not exist in this pod, y'all all just agree with him like, yeah, he's right. I agree with that. And then you sat here and you said that you would advise men not to take people seriously or take dating seriously in their 20s and their 30s, but then also said that. Okay.
I advise men not to take people seriously.
Not to take dating seriously in their 20s and their 30s.
Not to get married, I think you said.
Right.
But how do you get married without dating? Well, isn't that what you take? You have to start taking somebody seriously to vet them to see if they are serious, to vet them to see if they could be your wife. Like that's the whole point of taking somebody seriously. That's what dating is.
Know why I said that? Back to Tahoe's point.
Okay.
Let's get to a solution at some point.
What's the solution?
My solution, which is what I told you, because I agree with you. We have the same goals. We want the black family to be strong, right? We don't want outside children. We want everybody to be raised in a two-parent household. We have the same goals.
Yes.
On how we achieve that, we could try to come to some type of agreement on how that could best happen. What I proposed was, how about we think about making marriage more beneficial to men at that
what
age
does that
in their
look
life?
like?
Yeah, what does it look like?
What I'm trying to tell you is a big part of it is the divorce rate. Divorces do not favor men at all, right? Men are financially distraught after divorce. This is a statistical fact, right? So men don't always approach a relationship with the same open-mindedness that a woman does because there's less benefit. That's just off the rip. That's just financial.
Do you know why there's less benefit for men in marriages and relationships and why the divorce rate is so high? Because men are dishonest about who they are and what they want. When you're in a marriage, you get to make the own rules for your marriage. You sit down with your
Go ahead. No, finish. I want to hear this.
No.
So I'll argue this point with you, right? Why do you think why is it, to your statistical fact, that you think that that marriage doesn't favor men financially when it comes to divorce?
So let's get back to my point. That may not be the most important thing. But I do believe...
But you have to answer. You can't make that step and then
just
go somewhere else.
Let me finish. Because it's important for me to say all of this, because it's a well-rounded conversation. I do believe that a lot of men, young men, don't believe that they benefit as much from a marriage. And to my point, in order to talk to a young man and give him solid advice, at some point we need to understand the social constructs and maybe work on changing the social constructs of why it's not beneficial for men to get married at that age. If we want to give them real advice on to get married at that age,
so I'm gonna answer the question.
And if the financial part of it is part of it, then maybe we could look into that as well, right?
Okay. Yes. So what you said, and I think that this is important to answer because you didn't answer it, right? If men are shouldering supposed to be, according to society, supposed to be shouldering the financial burden of buying a house, of doing the things, and then when the divorce comes, you have to kind of split assets because she was there for you and supported you the whole time that you were laying out the financials, right? Supposedly, because as of now, that's not even really a thing anymore. That men are putting everything up themselves. We need help.
Hello.
Right?
Sure.
That's a fact. We need help. I can't do it myself. There's no way I was going to be able to buy this house
By
without
yourself.
today's help. It
Right.
just wasn't going to happen.
Yep.
But, okay, so now it comes down to the court or whatever, the mediation, and you're splitting up things. The guy is thinking, and Dodge, this is I'm putting this out there because I need to hear the other side of this.
Okay.
Yo, I bought this $700,000 house, and now I either have to give it to you, take the 2 cars, or whatever else, and go find out something else for me, or, and these are all things that I put into. You were there for me and helped me build the business and all that, but I was building that business regardless. I would have did it with anybody. Is what he's thinking.
But it's not true.
Please, give me your perspective on why you think that men shouldn't feel that way when it comes down to the divorce part. Because I think that's what it is.
I think that, back to the larger point that I was making, is that when you're in a marriage, you make the rules for your marriage. If the rule in your marriage is that this is a monogamous relationship, and y'all agree to that rule, and you go stepping out the marriage, yes, I have the right to divorce you because you lied about the terms of our agreement. If we're in a marriage and your thought process is, I'm the man and I'm going to take care of you for our marriage, and then you start to not do that, yes, I can divorce you because you are reneging against what we agreed upon in our marriage. Most women are walking away from marriages for about 3 things: abuse, infidelity, money problems. If those 3 things are not on the table, most women are not about to uproot and leave their whole family and their whole life. If you were honest about the nigga you were in the beginning, you would never enter a contracted agreement with another person based off the foundations of things like monogamy if you know that you're not a monogamous nigga. So yes, you deserve that. You gotta eat that. At the end of the day, your marriage is what you make it. So we're not going to sit here and tell men like, oh, it doesn't benefit me. It benefits you if you're honest about who you are, if you're honest about what you want, and you're honest about what type of family that you're trying to have. That's all it takes. But niggas be lying, they be hiding shit, they be concealing shit, and then you want her to stay regardless. For how long? No, if it's more beneficial to me, not only financially, but for my mental health, for me to walk away from this marriage because you are consistently lying and playing in my face, then that's what I'm going to do. That's when self-preservation comes in. So what are we talking about? We're talking against something that most men, like at the end of the day, in this country right now, niggas are really poor. That's everybody. And I've been saying this on this show for years. If you make $50,000 and I make $50,000 and we come together, that's $100,000 household. We're better together. But why would we ever sit here and tell men that marriage does not benefit them, and we're not sending the same message to women? You're telling women that they need to get married, that is a part of who they are and what they are supposed to do as per women in the world, that at some point you're supposed to get married and you're supposed to have kids. This is something that has been said to women from the dawn of time, but we're telling men that it's okay for you to play around and play games for decades until you finally decide that you want to settle down because marriage doesn't benefit you. And then when you finally decide to get tired of being a fucking toddler, then you should go into and start building a family. And women are supposed to do what with that information? Just wait? Should women in their 20s only date men in their 40s because those are the men that are ready? Are we not allowed to have men in our same age range, our same age bracket, our same level of understanding of the world? Because that's when you get manipulation and all types of other things when you start dating older. So what are we really saying here, and how are we benefiting black people? And then you also said, Tahoe, well, men, we don't have the same ticking time bomb that women have. Yeah. So if we understand that, if we understand that we're on a clock, and you understand that my pregnancy turns geriatric at 30, that means I have a small window of time if I want to do it the right way. And you're telling the men that are of my age that it's okay to play and have fun until later. Where does that leave me? You're technically setting me up to be a single mother because you're telling the men that I'm dating that they can play games until they're in their 40s. What are we talking about?
What I didn't say is I'm telling most women the same thing.
We're on a timeline.
You spoke uninterrupted for a minute.
Okay, sorry.
Talk. Thank you.
Got it.
Let me talk. So there's no double standard here. I will say the same thing to a young woman. Mm-hmm. And for the most part, the people that I'm speaking to and the people that I would advise are in the entrepreneurial, creative community. There are certain things that when you're in your 20s and 30s for your career, we're talking about building a career, building a financial base and things of that nature. There are certain moves that you can make when you don't have to consider somebody else, when you don't have a family, when you can just go on tour or be in Europe for 6 months at a time and not have to worry about your significant other. There are things that you could do as a young person and take risks and explore and get some culture in life and travel and do certain things that you may not be able to maneuver as well if you're married, if you have kids, things like that. So my advice to young people is the same, man or woman. So I'm not rushing any young person into marriage. Now I understand what you're talking about with the biological clock. I get that. Again, we have the same goals. And we've had conversations on this podcast where we were talking about finding your college sweetheart and marrying that person. And I believe that there's benefits in that too. And I know a lot of people that have successfully done that. But those are also the people that have taken more traditional corporate jobs and things of that nature. And their lives are set up in a very, Huxtable type of way. But I'm more talking to my creatives and entrepreneurs because those are people that I'm around.
There is an argument, because I agree with you and disagree with you, mm-hmm. right? But I haven't really made up my mind on any of it, really, because I'm listening to both arguments and I understand where both of y'all are coming from. The point that you made about the biological clock, that shit slammed. I was like, oh shit. But do y'all think getting married in your 20s is a successful equation to a long-lasting marriage?
No.
The only reason I ask that, and I'm not making a big pronouncement, but you're just learning life in your 20s. People change so much in their 20s. You're just understanding. So to kind of like say, yo, I have this obligation to this other person that I made in this point of my life that's supposed to be solid for the next whatever. I personally don't know if that's a winning equation. If that's something I would bet on. I would actually, if I was a betting man, I'd bet that marriage doesn't work.
I feel like all the people that I know that have been married in their early 20s, some people as early as 22, 23, 24, like all of them have said that they wish that they waited. Maybe not until their 30s and 40s, but they wish that they had waited more time than they did because to your point, Sal, that early in their 20s, and this is only from those people, so I haven't been married, so I'm only speaking from what I've heard from them.
But
They've just said that they wish that they had more time to experience a lot of the life things and go
They
through
had
some
more
stuff.
time to play.
All right.
It's not about playing. It's about actually being able to go through stuff and to hear out their mouth them say, yo, hey, I was this person when I was 21, 22, and I grew into another person, and I didn't have the time, or I wasn't able to explore and actually tap in with those things because I basically signed up to be a wife, and I had to do this, and this, and but I'm actually changing as a person. And I didn't get to deal with that, and that's what fractures the situation.
I hear that, and I do understand it, right? There is no but to that. My only point that I want to make, which is what Dodge said, right? Because it's very interesting, bro. It's like, how do women deal with that when they are on a clock? Are we just saying that, all right, based off society and based off the fact that you might not know who you are, where you want to be, that, all right, well, by the time I figure it out, you got 4 years to figure out which one of these niggas you're going to get married and get pregnant by because you're going to be fucked up health-wise, right? Like, how do you balance both of those? That you're not ready in your 20s and that women are also on this clock. And also kind of lean more to being in relationships. So while you're still chasing finance or chasing career, trying to figure out who you are as a man, where does that leave the women? And then you don't want them fucking nobody. You don't want them as single mothers. You don't want them having kids, right? You don't want them having all these bodies or running through all these niggas that haven't figured it out. Where does that leave them? So and again, this isn't me contesting. This is me just thinking about the words that's being said in here. What is we were talking about finding the common goal or finding the middle. Where's the middle? Where's the middle? Fellas?
I think the middle is actually, there has to be more dialogue, and there has to be, and this has to start, these conversations has to start younger, right? Because we're all over 30, right? So we're all grown, but some of this stuff is more foundational stuff and how we're being brought up through our high school years, early 20s and stuff. So I think, it's kind of to what you were saying, Traum, like, yo, the situation needs to be more, like, appealing to men, but I think for both people, I think there needs to be a reset, a culture reset in how we're viewing family, marriage, relationships from when we're young as we get older. Because to Dodge, I do agree with Dodge, like, yo, the clock thing is a real thing, and this is just as important as you figuring out whatever the fuck you gotta figure out as a man. So I do think that you do have to make space for both things to happen. It's not an and or, it's a both together.
So I think the way that we attack it and the way that we come to solve this problem is, I don't necessarily think that it's a black man problem that black men would have fun. I think it's a black people problem. Like, fun, you see it all in the timeline. It's such a priority for black people. You know what I mean? I think the other way to look at it is for a person, man or woman, to view marriage as something beneficial in their 20s, you would have to look at it from a different scope. A lot of married people that I know, a lot of successful people that I know are married, most of them, because they have that foundation, they have that stability, they have that rock, they have somebody to build with, and it's, you know, when you're that loose single nigga in a conference room, you're looked at as a liability. So when you're doing big business or even doing politics on a certain scale, it behooves you to have a partner. So my point is, if we start thinking coming out of college in terms of doing big business, in terms of establishing ourselves financially and achieving wealth, and prioritizing that as a culture instead of prioritizing, you know, twerking at the club, then I think that changes the perspectives and what we prioritize and what we look for, and that will allow us to look at the positives of being in a marriage and a relationship.
Why are you over here laughing and shit?
I'm laughing at the comments.
While we're talking, right? Does this have to do with the type of family you was raised in?
No. When I make these comments, I think about people
Not
that
you.
I know. Oh, okay. I'm thinking about people that I know.
Yeah, I'm talking about if you come from a two-parent parent household, you've seen the benefit of having a partner, does that now influence you into getting into that? And I'm talking about as men.
Yes.
Yo, I'm sorry. I see people talking about my comments twerking in the club. I wasn't saying that as a shot to nobody or to ladies or nothing like that. Like, can we admit, like, for real, like, we as a culture of black people, we don't take shit seriously. As a culture, we don't prioritize...
Serious?
Advancing...
Everything is a joke.
Advancing the black family. It's just not a priority.
But you're advising niggas against it, Traum. You said that.
But I'm trying to get to a solution. You going back 2 conversations ago. We're trying to get to a solution.
You didn't. But what's the solution?
But guys, let me say this. I'm advising people against it currently the way we are constructed. How about we, instead of advising somebody to go into something that doesn't benefit them, how about we relook at the way things are so that it does benefit them, or that we understand the positives in it, and let's focus on that part.
So how do we bring up twerking in the club and black people not taking...
That he could have brought up anything. He could have said popping bottles.
Right, exactly.
He could have said popping bottles.
Right.
Don't do that.
So I'm the problem.
No, I reject that comment. I'm sorry.
Everybody's against him in the conversation, but at the end of the day,
all good,
it was a slip of... Come on,
yo.
I didn't say shit.
I could have made a better example.
It's the people in here.
I didn't even say shit. No matter what. No matter what. No matter what, I am at the adverse side of the bullshit.
Well, you could have led it towards men, because when you said twerking,
exactly,
it kind of led
it only meant women.
And I agree.
So boom,
men be twerking.
But well, Bo,
that's a whole.
You are in the comments. All right. I'm gonna go back to this. Right. I'm gonna go back to this.
This is a mess.
Is this conversation done?
No, it's not, because we still have not come up with a solution. But then you brought up a different side that was important.
I do want to know, like, how much of this comes back down to the fact that, because we're talking about basically this generation has been affected by the crack era, and we ain't got to go in crack, but we're talking about our generation.
Oh my God, I saw 2 people doing crack in this train station when I was coming out today. I swear to God, it was like the gold glass.
Our generation.
Where are the cops?
Kind of started the fathers leaving the crib. This is our reality. All of this that we're talking about just starts with us forward, right? Us, Dodgers, Dodgers generation, the kids under them, our kids. We're the only ones who've seen this. Before that, the parents was together. So, is it the fact that we grew up in that type of household, the society-wise, right? That kind of became a thing which is more normal for us to not create families because we didn't grow up like that.
I think that that's not it, right? I think that it's very hard to get advice about what a successful marriage looks like if you've never seen one. But what is possible is understanding that your marriage should be something that is unscathed and unjudged from the outside looking in. I think that a lot of people that get married younger, what tends to be the reason for the demise of that relationship is the outside influences of other family members and other people that probably have not been able to effectively have a good marriage. I think that what we need to be preaching and telling people is to, 1, heal. I think that's important. And 2, only make promises that you know that you can keep. If you've never been monogamous in your whole life, maybe you do not enter a marriage in a space saying that this is going to be a monogamous marriage. If you have never been able...
That's a very new conversation.
It is, and I think that it's necessary. I think that if you have never been able to be financially sound, just because you're the man does not mean that you are the one that deals with the finances of the household. If your partner is better at finances, then maybe she needs to be that one. You need to be able to come to a conclusion with what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and be able to meld the 2 of those together. And I think that that is the only way that you make marriage look not accessible, but make it look appealing. Like, the whole point is, as a person, there are things that you lack, and what you lack, I'm strong at. What I'm lack, you strong at, and we're like a puzzle piece that fits together that builds the cornerstone of this family moving forward.
Tanae still uses coupons. Bro, we get to the counter. She starts going through the coupons, right? And she's scanning the coupon. Boop, boop, boop. I'm sitting there like, girl, you just saved $13. Like, but over the month, right? Because this is how she lives. She doesn't let, you're taking the tri-barrel. It only takes you 12 more minutes if you take the FDR all the way up, and they're charging you every month. That's $150.
Exactly.
Like so it would drive me fucking crazy. Although,
shit, mad helpful.
Mad helpful.
Bro, it would,
and
like I want to give her all the money, let her do it, but I know the fucking allowance that she gives me back with my money is gonna drive me fucking crazy.
Yo, you got some change
but it's
on that,
better
bro.
for you in the long
Got
run.
some change on that one,
bro.
It's better for you in the long run because that's the whole point. That's the whole point. How much money could you have saved at this point if you had allowed her to handle finances before? Or if you had even met her sooner, or, and this is not to take anything away from you, Nay, but if you even had met someone earlier in your life that was able to do that for you, what financial position would you be in right now?
I'd say I was over $100,000. The way I blew that bread on that restaurant,
yes,
that's 70 right there.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why it to me it's childish to be like, oh, we have to make marriage look like something that's appealing. Like, again, we're not children. This is not a shiny brand new toy. This is something that as adults I think that all adults need in one way or another. And I think that it propels all of us forward in the family unit, and financially, in assets. Like, these are the things that we need to build the wealth that we're saying that we want to build. And for us to sit here and say like, oh, there are benefits to marriage, and you see people in certain power play positions, most of them are married because it is necessary when you get to certain levels. And if you want to get to certain levels and you want to be taken seriously in certain business atrimo, then you need to have a wife, or something about your life has to say stability.
Yeah, I gotta argue about this, and I don't want to keep arguing about this.
I don't want to argue about nothing because I'm the only one married in the room.
You gotta find the right person for that. And social media and where society is right now, and where women are right now, regardless of whether it's the twerking, regardless whether it's the fuck these niggas movement, fuck black men movement, you gotta find the one that is willing and able to be that person in your life. Just because it's a group of women in the room don't mean one of them is the one. Sometimes you be having to go through groups before you find the one that's the one for you.
I agree.
And that takes time.
Mm-hmm.
That takes time. That takes dating. That takes learning people. That takes learning yourself.
Yes.
Because you could be with somebody and not realize what you really need. Sometimes a person to make you understand, like, yeah, this isn't for me. I know what I need now.
Yes.
And then she winds up saying, oh, I made him great for the next woman. No, I just realized you wasn't the one for me, and found somebody who was.
Amazing.
Unfortunately, that takes time.
It does.
And ladies, as much as this is turning to men, because I got another clip coming in a second. We could talk about men some more. But at the end of the day is, who are you? How are you showing up? A lot of y'all ain't good partners.
Agree. And you need to get rid of these bitches and don't waste your time with them.
Because a lot of these women are not going to the store with the coupons. They're not. And they're expecting you to pay for their trip to London. All right.
And that's when you get rid of them. And that's when you break up with people and you don't be in relationships that don't serve you for 10 years.
But that
and you done
time.
wasted 10 years of your life.
A lot of time that takes time.
Y'all know when y'all happy and when y'all not happy.
A lot of times you're trying to figure it out. And in your 20s, I can't say very many people that really know themselves. Not saying all. Some do. A lot of y'all are advanced, fine. A lot of y'all are what they say, old souls. What do they call them? Mm-hmm. Old souls. Fine. But that's not the majority. You wouldn't be able to say you was an old soul if that was the majority. That means that you're 1 out of 30.
Thank you so much to that comment right there by Bo. He said, or I'm assuming that this is the male said.
This is Bo. Mm-hmm.
you will never know yourself fully. That's so true. We're continuously growing and evolving. And if you're waiting for this magic day when you wake up and it's like, haha, I know who I am. Now I can go take life seriously and have a like you're never gonna do anything. It doesn't make sense. Like it's like
that doesn't mean just because I'm not married or in an engagement doesn't mean I wasn't in relationships the whole time.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not even what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is being serious. And I've said on this show 100 times over, at a certain age, if you have never been engaged or married, I cannot take you seriously.
Said 50.
Huh?
You said 50.
By 50?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say by 40. Because that means that you never even attempted to commit to something. You never even attempted to take life super seriously. To me.
You can't. Yo, age is so funny because there's so many factors that go into who you are at what age, bro. I was 36 something years old being in the same spot that Rory was on the internet.
Because you were not taking life seriously.
No, I wasn't. But now
exactly, that's my whole point.
Well,
thank you
that's
for
not
admitting
true.
that.
No,
you were not.
I wasn't taking.
You were
you know
not.
What's funny?
Because then you would have never been on Twitter playing with 20-year-olds in the first place if you was taking life seriously.
I was never playing with 20-year-olds.
all right, yo.
All right.
Let's just be clear. I have never played. Well,
all right.
Anyway,
exactly.
All right.
Niggas wasn't dead ass. Niggas was being. Niggas was joking and shit.
Yeah, we have 15 minutes left. What's up? What's up? Yes.
We're good.
We have 15 minutes left here. Whoo! Damn, that conversation took up. That's going to be easy bio to write for part 2. That's going to be the easiest bio. And I still don't think we figured out no answer to this. I don't think. Is there an answer to this? Do women need men less than men need women?
I think if we want to satisfy the part of the question that we spent a lot of time on, we got to talk to young men. The young men.
I just asked you a question.
Let me just, because my whole point here is, I can't reiterate this enough. Daj and I have the same goals. We want the black family to be together. We want there to be healthy relationships, healthy parenting, and all of that, right? How do we achieve that? We have to talk to, at some point, we could say, oh, it should be beneficial for a man or shouldn't be. At some point, if there was a 26-year-old man sitting in this room right now, you'd be like, yo, I think you should consider a long-term relationship. He'd be like, why? What would your answer be? And that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, that's why I say, like, the societal constructs of relationships and how they benefit men at that age, that is probably why men at that age, like, it's actually not that beneficial for me right now to consider marriage. I don't have to worry about my biological clock. And so what are we telling them?
What would you tell them?
Somebody sitting right here.
What if a 26-year-old came to you and said, Traum, I'm 26. I need to figure out what I'm doing in my next step of life. I'm thinking about getting into, or I think that it is important for me to be in a serious relationship and start thinking about family. What advice would you give them? I know what advice I would give.
I would tell them the same thing that I said earlier in the podcast. I was like, yo, the majority of the successful people that I know are in relationships, are married and have started earlier, and they have more stability, they have more financial security. There's a certain power in that, in building a life and building a family with somebody as a young age. And however, on the other side of that, and a lot of this has to do with hip-hop culture, unfortunately, which I love hip-hop, we don't prioritize, the things that really would benefit black people. You know what I mean? We prioritize
So you would tell him that that building a family at this age should be a priority of his.
I can't tell anybody what should be a priority. I would tell them what the benefits could be. And
the benefits are, what are the concrete benefits? Because you said like it'll help you in the future with, you'll have like this cornerstone, you've already laid this foundation, it's beneficial in a sense of like business acumen, which is fine. But what are the day-to-day benefits of being married?
Companionship.
Okay.
Stability. Starting a family, a healthy family. The I would definitely talk about the hardships of raising a child that is not in your household. A lot of men don't talk about that. A lot of the OGs don't talk to the young men about that. I would talk like, yo, I wish I had my children in my household. If I had to do it all over again, I would love to be in the same household to see my child with the first steps. I don't, when your child doesn't live with you and you're not the primary parent, that's a hard growing up. Like, these things need to be conveyed to younger men and the younger people so that they understand it's not all fun and games being out here willy-nilly. There are some advantages to being settled down at a young age.
Right. So that is the advice. That is the appeal of what is necessary to help and build and cultivate a family unit. Understanding that, what are your morals? What are the cornerstones of what are important to you? If family is important to you, then yes, this is something that's beneficial to you. It's something that is not going to only help you today, but it's something that's going to help your kids. It's something that is a positive thing. And there are so many positive attributes to being married, not only just within companionship, but also when you're thinking about family, when you're thinking about finances, when you're thinking about legacy, because everybody says, oh, I want to have a kid because I want a legacy. You don't have a legacy just from having a kid. The family is the legacy, not the individual. Legacies are community, is communal things, right? So there are a lot of positive attributes. So that's the part that we need to continue to uplift. And we should not be talking about divorce rates or hypothetical divorce rates being the boogeyman in the closet. Like, oh, you're going to lose half of your money one day. No, just be a stand-up nigga. Be an honest nigga. Be somebody of integrity and of moral and of high moral fiber, and find somebody that matches you, because that's what's important. It's not important just to get married for the hell of getting married. It's important to find that person that complements you, that person that you can walk through life with every stage of life. Every time something great happens to you, there should be a person that you want to call. That first person you call should be your wife, should be your husband. That is what that is. It's community. And you never have to feel alone. You never have to handle things alone, because you have your family that you've built. Nobody's ever going to not answer the phone call for you because your wife will or your husband will. Where your mother might have to deal with her husband, and your sister might have to deal with her husband, or your brother might have to deal with his wife. That is that person that is there for you. That's your cornerstone. That's why it's important. That's your community.
You left mad hair on the floor of my bathroom, by the way. Your hair looks nice. Yo, it's like a puddle of hair.
Nah. Yo.
Like, that's your wife. Like, you have to deal with that in the fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You got to deal with that in the bathroom the
up.
same way we deal with drawers and socks and
I did have
hairs.
drawers there. Traum just walked over my shit.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro.
Like, I've never seen the toilet. Like, it's very rare that I see the toilet paper in your bathroom actually on the roll. It's on the floor.
Off.
It's on the table. Then
I leave it right there in front of me.
Yeah. So
besides the fact, reaching to the side to get the toilet paper is not a fun thing.
It's not fun.
I'd rather just.
I mean, how dare it be fun? I didn't know wiping your ass was something of enjoyment.
Shoulder surgery.
Okay.
Can I get to the last clip?
You can do whatever you want. I just work here.
Did we do this one last week? I think it was a divorce court thing. I think it was a divorce court thing. Again, I had so many more clips, but god damn, we talking about this for a fucking hour.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect it to go that far, and I still had 2 other clips. In any case, Dodge, I'm sorry your blood pressure went up.
My blood pressure didn't go up. I don't pay y'all niggas no mind. I can't wait to go home to my husband.
You look spent.
I love him.
Yo, all right.
Yeah, he's in the comments cheering like, "Oh, you bitch ass niggas!
Yeah.
What fucking wrong with y'all?"
Get him, Abe.
He's like,
I married the right nigga.
No, that's a fact.
No man should ever call a woman a bitch. No man. Okay. And I'm your wife. And you've been through previous relationships, and I'm asking you what happened, what you said to these previous women, and it was nothing. I walked off. But your wife, you can call a bitch, not just once, not just twice, not just in one setting. I remember it's been multiple times in these past 7 months, and it's a trigger for me because when I was younger, I was called that and abused. So, wow. It's really a trigger for me. And it's not like I didn't sit there and tell my husband these things before. So you're not just saying these things because you're upset. You're saying it literally to hurt me. And how could you love me and call me a
He said, well, you called me a bitch. And I said, yeah, I have, but it's not a trigger for you. It's not detrimental for you.
And then that's why niggas get divorced.
I was on board with her until last month. I was about to say, nah, that's some bullshit right there. I've actually been in that position myself. But
I'm confused.
You can't throw the. Like,
that's crazy.
I'm so confused at how you agreed with that to the very end.
I did.
You don't?
Nah.
I really did because
You're
I understand
telling me
triggers.
But you don't think a woman calling a man feminine things is a trigger for him?
So, all right, let me give you an example, right?
A bitch of all things, you're calling a man a bitch.
Can I give you an example? Can I give you an example? I'm gonna give you an example. As black people, we tend to say something. Most black people tend to say this thing when we trying to be funny, or when somebody says something that we don't like. We were like, your mother, and it's a joke, and that's not triggering to certain people, especially if your parent is still here. Now, me being somebody that my mother is not here, I don't play the your mama jokes because that's triggering for me. So even within, and we're talking about households, right, and triggers. No. Your mama is a trigger for me.
No.
For me. So if I say if I say your mama to somebody else, I understand it's a colloquial thing. I'm just saying it to say it. But if it's not a trigger for you, it doesn't affect you the same way it would affect me. So when people want to say the same thing to me, what do they say? Your father. I'm not triggered by that. I don't give a fuck. But like, your mother. Well, your father.
That's
okay.
Why I say your husband.
And that's fine, right? But you understand because there is a trigger there.
But at the
Therefore,
end of the day
it does not hold the same weight.
If I called your husband a bitch, you would be like, whoa.
That's different.
No, it isn't. Because that's exactly what we're talking about. You can't, those two arguments don't decide. Because you understand that when I say your husband's a bitch, you like, don't play with me.
Can you stop? Because now I'm gonna get tight.
So you understand.
Don't play
a
with me.
woman calling her husband a bitch is just as triggering for him to call her a bitch in two different ways.
But here's my question.
In two different ways.
So here's my question, right? So if again we're in a marriage, we're in a marriage. We're talking about a marriage, right? If I know that something triggers my husband, I'm not going to say that thing. I'm going to say something else.
Are.
I'm going to say something to trigger my husband.
No,
me.
The wrong case.
Why are we bringing you into it? You still in the my man stage.
And I've been here for 6 years. I'm not going nowhere. What I'm saying, and you're purposefully not trying to hear me. So I'm going to say it one last time and then I'm going to be done with it.
Okay.
As somebody that is in a relationship, I would never say something that I know that is going to trigger my partner. I will say something else. I'm not going to call you, if calling you a bitch is triggering you like, yo, don't play with me like that. Like, I don't like that. Cool. I'm going to call you a motherfucker. So when you piss me off, I'll be like, you a motherfucker because you be acting like a motherfucker. So stop with this motherfucking shit. I'm not going to call you a bitch. Now, if I'm telling you that there's something that's triggering me and you continuously do it over and over, and now we're married. So now I'm pretty sure that you have known, or I've told you the story about why that triggers me. And you continuously do it. Fucked up. That's fucked up. I don't care. Because you're not triggered the same way. So we're not going to sit here and try to conflate it because that is a fact.
Yesterday, help me please.
I just feel, I don't know who called who a bitch first.
Yeah, because by the way, they're in the comments, they're in the comments like, oh, he called her once, so she called him. No. Yeah. She's saying it they're saying it at different intervals, different times. Yeah. Where she would speak like that to him. And then when he's angry or whatever, at a different time, he's speaking like that to her.
And she's just saying that when she does it, it's not an issue because he's not triggered the same way. And my whole problem with that is with the length. And again, let me use myself. I've been in a situation myself before. I've been in a relationship where I've been with somebody where I never called them a bitch. I never called them out their name. I never did anything like that of the sort. But they used to do it to me. And it happened consistently over time and over time.
I'm happy you broke up with them.
Yeah, and to the point where I asked them, like, yo, hey, why are you doing this or saying these things to me when I've never, ever uttered anything like that to you? And it was just, I'm emotional. You know what I'm saying? I'm upset. I'm mad, right?
Yeah, that's not okay.
I understand that. That's why, eventually you have to walk away. But I think that it doesn't really matter who's saying it first. I think for her to know that that's a trigger, she shouldn't say it at all, because ultimately all you can do is be accountable for yourself. So if I know that something is a trigger for you, even though it's not a trigger for me, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to press the button. You get what I'm saying? Because what's the point of that?
Good point. How
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. Yeah, I don't have to do that.
Knowing that that's a trigger. Like it shouldn't even be in your vocabulary to go there. Yeah. That's like Nate used to tell me. I used to get frustrated years ago. I used to get frustrated. Like, I'd bang it. I'd bang it. And one day,
I don't understand how she don't beat you.
She was like, "Yo, I need you to stop doing that.
Yes.
That's mad disrespectful.
Yes.
I don't like it. You mad comfortable with that. I don't stop, right?" And I don't know if I stopped at that point. I think I did. I think I did, but she's in the comments.
You would assume
she might
quick
be a liar. Yeah. But I think I stopped doing it. That's like her turning around and hanging up on me and saying, "Well, it wasn't a trigger for you."
Yeah, you used to do it before anyway. So
it wasn't a trigger for you, but I can hang up on. No, it's bro. You can, and I'm gonna go further and say, yeah, you can't. A married woman, a woman calling her husband a bitch, like, and it's like, oh well. The difference is, he was doing it when he was angry. What woman talks to a nigga like that at any point unless she's angry? Calling me a bitch? You're a playful bitch? You're a playful bitch?
And I don't think that he's right either. I don't, again, in a relationship, I don't do stuff like that. So I'm not backing, he should have been able to do it or it should have been something different. No, I don't think any person should be speaking like that to somebody that you're marrying or somebody that's that level. Because if you're marrying that person, why are you speaking to that person that way? There has to be
both of them are dead.
There has to be a difference between who you've married and somebody on the street.
And I don't think that she should be bringing it up as an argument, knowing that you're doing the same shit. That's all I'm saying.
I would say, regardless.
Shout out to her being accountable. I'll give her that, and I don't.
That was not accountability.
It wasn't.
That was far from accountability.
Any accountability there.
That was accountability.
So her saying, like, I know that I'm wrong because I've said it too.
No, she didn't say that. What did she say? I know I call him a bitch, but it doesn't. She invalidated the fact that she said it by saying, but it doesn't affect him the same way it affects me.
Gotcha.
She invalidated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not accountability.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that
I'll let y'all have that. I don't really care.
I think they're both wrong, and I would say that he's more wrong, not just because she's triggered by it, but because the word means something different to a woman than it does to a man. To your point, Tahoe, to a man, it's like, damn, it's emasculating. It's like...
It's emasculating.
But it's like historically, with patriarchy, with misogyny, it means something different. It kind of reminds me of, like, fat and skinny, right? I could be triggered. I've been skinny my whole life, and I was insecure about it, right? Mm-hmm. So if somebody calls me skinny, I'm like, damn, that's not right. But if I call you fat, it's not equal, right? Because overweight people there's been history of them not being passed over on jobs and things of that nature, where slimmer people have historically been like, oh, it's better to be slim and been put on a pedestal in fashion magazines and things of that nature. So historically, it hits different. So I would say calling a man a bitch and a woman a bitch is different. Like, I don't think it's equal. I think it's worse when a man calls a woman a bitch.
I don't agree. I understand what you're saying. I think it depends on where he lands in his masculinity. I think if you have a fragile ego, which a lot of men do, my lady calling me a bitch could hit really deep. And I think it could hit deeper than a guy calling. I think it could be much an insult for a man to call a woman a bitch. I'm not saying it's not as insulting, but I think it hits deeper for a man to feel like his woman doesn't respect him as a man, which is what calling me a bitch alludes to. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's one of the worst words that you can say to a man as my girl is calling me a bitch, because it kind of attacks my where I'm supposed to be in your life.
It's never equated to oppression and to something on a larger scale.
Bitch does?
To a man?
To a woman?
Like a woman calling a man a bitch is never equated to any type of oppression, whereas in reverse it has.
Yes?
I forgot. I'm sorry.
I took a dangerous ass stance on that one. Clip the shit away. I don't care. Clip away.
Clip all these bitches.
I want to know. Wow.
Look at her. Yo, look at Dodge's face.
So shameless. I'm leaving that right there.
Yeah, leave it. Yo, salute.
Dead ass? You serious?
Bitches meaning women. Yeah. Fuck
all these hoes.
Yo,
get a grip, motherfucker.
I'm out, y'all.
What? That's a Biggie line.
Salute.
It's from you didn't listen to Biggie.
Stop playing with me. Yes, I did listen to Biggie.
You was listening to Big Pun.
Bitches clearly isn't gender specific according to this last clip.
It is not.
Right. So fuck all these bitches.
Thank y'all so much for showing up this week again. I don't know if y'all gonna be here last week after today. Today was harsh.
This is nuts.
Hold
Dodge, how you feeling, Dodge?
I'm great. I'm about to go find me some food. I can't wait.
You went home to your husband.
Yeah,
I'm starving.
Don't he have something cooked?
Excuse me?
No.
I didn't what?
So shameless.
Say it again? No, say it louder so I can answer. So, what?
This nigga really put lime in the drinks? Like, you really a bartender for real? I didn't even have lime. I did not have lime.
Nah, I bought him.